we're taking the Hobbits to Isengard. Yes.
Which is
Hello,
fine
everybody
at this
who's
point.
not watching, so that doesn't really make any difference.
Fine at this point, Isengard's a lovely place to go.
Yeah,
Now,
well, at this
why
point in
it's
time, yes,
great.
it is.
Yeah.
It's a really nice area. It's a friendly town.
Yeah.
Lots of wood.
Lots of wood. Occasionally they talk to you. Yes, so hello everybody who is here. Welcome back to the Drunken Storyteller, because we're going to have some fun with some hobbits today. We're going to play the Long Ring. Apparently it's the Long Ring, it's not the Long Ring anymore. I'm very tired today.
Oh dear.
We're going to play the One Ring, finally. So yes, I am joined by some fun people who may or may not be slightly obsessed with the Lord of the Rings, and they're going to be playing some hobbits. Way!
Hey.
So we're going to be playing the starter set that has just come out from Free League for the One Ring role-playing game. What is the actual starter set called?
It's just called the One Ring Starter Set, isn't it?
No, it's not. The
second
Conspiracy of the Red Book
Oh,
is the full
Number one
name of
fan
the starter
doesn't
set
know.
adventure.
it's not really Lord of the Rings.
Conspiracy.
Like saying
I
I
felt
don't
that
know.
burn.
It's like you say I don't know the computer game names.
Yes. So yeah, it's the starter set. It was announced today, or was it yesterday? I can't remember.
Hey.
Yesterday. Oh, was it?
Okay. I got the email today, but I think maybe yesterday. I got the email
I think
today.
it got announced yesterday that the game is now up for pre-order through Free League's website. So go do that. I know there have been videos out there and people have been getting their copies through the Kickstarter. So I know that the game exists out there and people have done it. But I thought we might as well play it because we're all nerds and we all like fantasy, and Lord of the Rings is the fantasy setting. And it is a really good system. And you get to play hobbits and run around and do things that hobbits do. So, we shall just say, I'll just introduce everybody first, who we've got, and then we'll kind of go through everything. And my brain has frazzled today, so I'm going to struggle through this. We are joined today by most of our usual crowd, which is quite nice. We've got Rob back. Rob is back with us. He's
Hello.
playing a game this time, not
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
Running.
singular. Yeah. So, Rob, who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Rob, and I'm playing Drogo Baggins. Surname's quite familiar. This is the father of Frodo, who has sadly passed away by the time Lord of the Rings trilogy starts.
We'll try not to kill Drogo during this because
Yeah.
Frodo doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, read a book to find out how it happens. But yeah, Drogo Baggins. He is the master of the Brandy Hall at the moment, so pretty well to do. Pretty doing all right for myself. And I've got a great hat.
Yes, you do. Oh, just in case anybody is interested, we are playing in the year 2960 in the world. So it's kind of halfway between The Hobbit and the setting of the Lord of the Rings movies. So that's where we're kind of sat time-wise. Next up, we have Fiona.
Well, hello everyone. So when I'm not just being myself, I am being Lobelia Bracegirdle.
So you being yourself.
I am basically being myself, but in a nice top. So she's amazing. I think she's great. She has this ambition that she's going to get into Bag End no matter what, and she almost did. And then fucking Bilbo came back and Drogo, and it's just like so we've got all that business going on. But I think the most the big thing about her is that she's got a really nice umbrella, which will definitely come into me doing some probably keeping doors open. I'd be like, let me in. So that's my plan with those umbrellas. But yeah, Lobelia Bracegirdle is who I'm playing.
Next up, we have our bodiless voice in the void, Mr. Tom.
Hello.
Tom.
Hello. I try to play a happy person.
You're not going to shoot anyone in the head in this, are you?
I try.
Is that even possible, Tom?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
I think
see.
I think almost every game that you've played with me, you've killed somebody.
Somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
You're about to kill a second person in Alien, I
It's
think, for
probably
no
Drogo.
reason.
You can't kill Drogo. It'll ruin everything.
You don't have plot armor. You've already said it's not the real
Plot
Lord of the
armor.
Rings anyway.
That's true.
I've no flashlights and no grenades and no guns in this adventure. I think I have
Yet.
apples though. So
Yet.
be aware, I gonna play not truly sir, but sounds nice. Sir Paladin took the second, father of a very smart, brilliant, and beloved by everyone Hobbit in some other story.
Some
not their
other
turn.
story.
Yeah.
that other thing.
Don't do yourself down.
No, I am pretty amazing. I'm great.
Do you have an item?
I've got provisions.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
You might need the
Leader.
provisions.
The bleeder.
I've Tookish Wayfarer bundle. And I see apples. A lot of apples.
Senior mushrooms.
Okay.
Right. And next up, last and not by no means least, we have Mr. Ben.
Hello, everyone. I'm playing Esmeralda Took, who's just here looking for a story to tell.
Ugh, one of those ones.
Yeah. And you can keep your foul words behind your teeth or smash me with my walking stick.
And I'll help her. Because she's my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You don't mess with a took.
Don't mess with the Tooks.
Ooh, let me took. Cool. So that's our little group of hobbits that we have, who will be going on an adventure today. We are running the first scenario in this book, in whatever I called it, the Cursed Red Book or whatever it was, the Conspiracy of the Red Book.
So the cursed one sounds scarier. So
Yeah.
I'll go with the conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Is it cursed or is it not cursed? That's your conspiracy.
Are we going to Scooby-Doo this? I'm fine with this.
And you know what? The first scenario is called a conspiracy most cracked. So we've got even more.
It sounds like a Poirot.
Yeah, we've got
It sounds like a
conspiracies upon
Poirot.
conspiracies. Yeah.
And it sounds like to me then Esmeralda Took is the Miss Marple of it all then. Like, 'cause
I think she's the murderer.
I was gonna say, so who's dead
I
then?
agree.
Yeah.
It'll be
There's
Drogo.
Cool. Okay. So, what we shall do first, before we get into a conspiracy most cracked, has anybody ever played this game before?
No.
No.
Oh,
'cause
David, how should we?
I don't know. The system is if anyone's played the first edition of the One Ring, the system's pretty similar. But I'm going to guess nobody's played the first edition of the system either.
No.
Nope.
It's an award-winning system, but it's been slightly updated in this version with basically D&D advantage and disadvantage dice.
Oh, okay.
So the game mechanic, the core mechanic of the game, as we get with any RPG, it involves dice. Not any RPGs, there are some that don't involve dice, but most of them do. This one is a bit weird, because it doesn't use a D20, or a D6, or a D10. It randomly uses a D12.
The best of dice.
The best
Dice.
of
dice.
Yeah, 100% agree.
And
Sure.
they do a really cool thing with the best of dice. You get to roll it, because that's what you do with dice. Rolling dice is amazing. And you get a number from 1 to 10. And you use those numbers 1 to 10. Number 11 is the Gandalf rune. And that is what is technically your critical. So if you roll an 11 or the Gandalf rune, if you buy the starter set, you'll get some D12s and they'll have the Gandalf rune on them, and the other one is the Eye of Sauron. And if you roll that, you automatically pass. Because yay. However, if you roll a 12, That's equivalent of rolling a 0
Oh,
and
what?
an utter failure. It is the Eye of Sauron.
Oh no.
Don't roll a 12. So what I really like about this is they've not made that highest number your critical number. Like most games do, the higher the number, the better. They've actually made the 12 the worst number you can have.
Yeah.
And so what you so this is called what dice? This one is called it's got a special name. I forgot the name of the dice. It's got a special name, but it's the dice that you will always roll, no matter what you're doing. You'll always roll 1d12. If you are trying to do some form of check, let me get an actual character sheet up so I can give an example. Where are the character sheets on this one? Pre-generated characters. There we go.
They're in our Discord chat because I got somebody pinned them to the chat. I don't know who. Just saying, when the time comes, you know the name.
She did this.
She did this. She did all of this. She pinned various PDFs to a chat.
She pinned people in the chat.
She looks like the sort who would pin things.
Right, anyway, so if you are, say, going to do an awareness check, I'm currently looking at whoever this one is. Who is this one? I'm currently looking at Drogo.
Hello.
Drogo, if you want to do an awareness check,
Yes.
if you look at this, you have 2 blobs next to awareness.
I do.
That means you get to roll your d12 with 2d6.
Oh.
And you will add the numbers together. Do a quick bit of math. It's not Math Finder. It's not as bad as Math Finder. You're just adding the numbers together. And you see where above it you've got this big diamond thing which has got a TN next to it with a big number in it. That number is 15. You have to beat that number.
I got a 19 altogether.
So you have managed to succeed in your awareness. You have
Hooray.
seen things. You are aware of things. And, that's what it is. And that's the mechanic. That is the base mechanic of the game. So it's really simple.
Just to understand this right, Lawmaster, a high number in the diamond shape is bad, right?
Yes, high numbers are bad.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not.
Have you been reading your thing as going, oh, I've got high numbers here. This is really good.
Yes!
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
I did say this in the Discord like weeks ago that none of you probably ever paid attention to.
No.
Nope.
I'm
But
very much heart.
I am a little bit easier when it comes to prowess with strength. From what I was told, I am the most combatty of potential hobbits in this.
Oh, wow.
Well, you can go first.
My awareness is very good, as you've just seen, but my singing is better. I'm not going to sing.
The best one that you've got is your courtesy.
Yes, but that's not under strength, I don't think.
No, that's under heart. So you have 3 base attributes. You have your strength, which is anything to do with your body. You have your heart, which is anything to do with kind of
Passion, drive,
motivations and things, yeah. And then you've got your wits, which is obviously kind of basically intelligent things. The other thing you'll notice on the character sheet with the blobs is some of them have a blob next to them on the left-hand side. This is... I think it's called Inspired. I've forgotten the name of it now. I think it's called an Inspired skill. If you do those, you get to roll 2d12.
Yes!
Oh.
Right.
And you
don't add those together.
You choose the highest number.
I see.
Wait, you don't add them together. You choose the highest number.
So, but if say, for example, you'd rolled an 11 and 12, would you have to choose the 12 then? Sorry.
No, they can both technically happen, and I can't remember the example that they gave, but there is a way that they can both technically happen somehow.
Right.
But I will let you try and role play if that ever happens. If it does actually happen at some point, I will let you role play it, and then we will decide.
It feels like the banes and advantages from Fantasy Flight, i.e., you can have good things and bad things happen and still succeed at your role.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's the main thing. This is why Drogo is very good at being courteous to people. You have an inspired skill with there. You have 3 blobs, and you only need a target number of 12. So
Yeah, so I'm the polite one.
you are the polite one. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll notice as well. I think this is kind of probably the last major rule that we're going to come into contact with during this session. Is underneath strength, heart, and wit, you've got something called endurance, hope, and parry. Now, endurance is effectively your number of wounds that you can take, and there are words. There are numerous ways that you can lose endurance, and it's not just through being punched.
I have 22.
Yeah,
Drogo has 23.
Yeah.
Drogo is not only nice, he is also like constitutionally like hearty.
Yeah,
Good boy.
He also has a lot of
boy.
hope.
he's a real thick boy.
Yeah.
He also has quite a lot of
Manly
hope
man
at
slapping
18.
me.
Now, hope is a resource that you can spend. It allows you can spend hope to get rerolls and do all sorts of other things. What other things can you spend hope on? Let me find the list of things that you might be able to spend hope on. Why is it not there? It's not where I thought it was. This is annoying me. Stop jumping around. No, okay. I'll if you want to spend hope, we'll do that. But it basically allows you to do rerolls.
That's the main thing for it. Okay.
That's the main thing with it. If you drop to half your endurance or half your hope, you start to become fatigued.
Oh.
And you become quite slow and things happen.
Not hobbitly.
Yes. You've had too many second breakfasts. And the last one you've got is parry, which is if I need to punch you with something, that's the number that I need to get. So that is kind of how that works.
There's a small number above each of them, the endurance. Is that anything to do with in-game, or is that character creation?
That's character creation.
Right.
Okay.
Which really confuses me, because when I went through the character creation to look at how it's all done, and then I looked at that and I went, that doesn't match up with what you say in the book. So I don't know whether what I've got here is what's being
We're named
actually being set up.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
named
are.
characters, and these are pre-generated characters from Free League and the game. So if you create your own characters, they will be slightly different to what we've got here. I think these technically have a little bit of experience or something. So
I have one very quick question, Lawmaster. What does the skill riddle mean? Because if it's answering riddles, Lobelia is very good at it. Fiona is shite at it.
it's both. It's kind
This
of
is
both
no
sides
SR
of
game,
riddle.
mate.
It's speaking in riddles and it's solving riddles.
Okay.
But it can also be. We can also use it for puzzles and things.
Okay, cool.
So
Well, excellent. Can't
yeah,
wait.
you'll
lots.
notice that a lot of the skills that you've got, because you're hobbits, not many. None of you probably have decent combat proficiencies compared to if you were an elf or a human.
I'm all right in bows. I've got 2 in bows.
But you don't have a weapon.
I haven't got a bow. I've got a cool hat.
None of you have weapons.
I think you'll find my exquisite umbrella is definitely going to be a
I
weapon.
think you'll find I've got a walking stick.
I think you'll find we're very
Manners are a
resourceful.
weapon, actually.
Oh.
Manners themselves.
Boo.
The most disarming of the weapons.
Yeah.
That's why
Yes.
Drogo's the hero. Ugh.
Oh, you've also got Valor and Wisdom. Now, let me get what Valor and Wisdom actually do, because I've not got the rules up, have I? Have I actually got the rules up or not? I'm doing this all from memory, and I appear to not have the rules up.
Amazing.
In memory.
So if it's all wrong, that's
Processing.
why.
Processing. That's all the wheel goes round.
Valor,
I've just
Wisdom.
got the Bill Bailey loading screen from Black Books in my head.
That is pretty much what my brain feels like at the moment.
Oh no.
I like, Fiona, how you encapsulated the eternal RPG debate of player skill versus character skill with your I'm bad at riddles. Who's good at riddles?
Like, sometimes I'll be really good, but I can't do it in character because Fiona comes up and goes, what is it? What is it? What is it? And then I'll be like, 5 minutes later after we've
An
gone
egg.
past the
It's
room.
always an egg. Just say an egg.
A coffin, or
Ooh,
Death.
The wind.
Yeah, death, the wind,
nothing.
time. Yeah.
Time. Your shadow, always.
Like
According to
Wordle.
my Wordle score, I'm really good at riddles.
Of course you are.
I got today's Wordle on the second guess.
I got it on 3 today.
It's just random. Sometimes I just get it really, really quickly. Sometimes I just sit there and go, I don't understand it, and then the word comes up, and I'm on the last guess, and I'm like, how the fuck did I not get that?
To quote Richard Osman, to get it in 2 is luck, but to get it in 3 is beautiful.
Right. Okay. So wisdom. Wisdom expresses the player hero's trust in their own capabilities, their self-confidence and capacity for good judgment. Valor is a measure of the hero's courage as tempered by dangerous deeds. Individuals of valor are willing to place themselves in danger for the safety of others. And it's kind of, I may at some point make you make valor and wisdom rolls, apparently. I think the actual scenarios tell me when you'll need to do things like that. And you should also have some virtues that are listed on your character sheets, apparently.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I
yes,
have
confidence.
a prowess, which means strength has -1 target number.
Cool.
Nice.
All these should already have been
Confidence.
counted in. I'm hoping these have all been counted already into your
Yes.
character sheets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
My hope's high because I've got high confidence, so it says +2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Ow, chum, that hurt. You didn't mean it, did you?
I don't want to alarm you, but you appear to have stabbed me with your Morgul blade.
Not all from the West Country.
Yes, we are.
You are, because you are living.
on the exact same place.
You are also in the West Shire or whatever it's called.
I'm from Brandybuck, actually. I am from Buckland. I am not from the West Shire.
At the moment, you're actually all in Hobbiton, but
Yeah.
we'll come to that in a
It's going to
second.
sound remarkably like South Manchester.
It's a retelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which part of South Manchester? Stockport part, or the rich part, like or whatever it's called next to Stockport,
Dalton.
where I fucking play rugby. Heaton Moor, the Heaton, like Heaton Chapel and Heaton Moor. That's a really rich place. Or are you going like really South Manchester and talking about Cheshire? Anyway, so does anybody have any more questions about the rules, or shall we go into this scenario? A conspiracy
Sounds
most
good.
cracked.
Let's crack on.
Let's do this.
Taking the hobbits to Isengard. But you're not taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Isengard.
There is a different place you might be heading.
Ooh.
So yes, you are. It occurs during the spring, late spring, early summer of 1360 Shire reckoning, 2960 Third Age, and the action begins at Bag End. After a long walk under the stars, I'm going to read this because it's quite long and I couldn't be bothered to paraphrase it.
J.R.R. Tolkien charm we've got out there.
All those fans of Tolkien are now rolling around.
I will offend a lot of true Tolkien fans. Rob is probably going to hate me by the end of this, more so than he already does.
I was about to say, what do you mean, probably?
I love a Fiona chuckle.
Okay, so after quite a long walk under the stars that have come out blazing and bright after an afternoon of heavy rain, you've finally come to the round green door of Bag End, the home of the strange and famous Bilbo Baggins. Standing there upon the mat, you find yourself surrounded by distant relations. It seems as though Bilbo called for a collection of cousins to join him for this evening. Just as one of you is about to ring the bell, the door is pulled open, and you are standing in the front hall. I can't. It's too far away. My eyesight is. I'm getting old. My eyesight's going now as well. What's going on? I've messed everything up now. I shouldn't do things.
We're about to knock on the door dramatically, and the door.
Just as you're about to ring the door, ring the door, and then the bell opens. Ring the bell, the door is pulled open, and you see standing in the front hall none other than Master Baggins himself. He offers each of you an energetic greeting and quickly ushers you in with plethora of welcomes, thank yous, and lovely to see yous. Hi. In that kind of manner. Before you can gather your wits about you, you've been swept into the warm embrace of Bag End and led into the parlour, where a lovely fire, fresh mugs of ale, plates of dainties, and several cushioned chairs and sofas offer a much-needed spot of rest and relaxation. Bilbo, a twinkle in his eye, ushers you each into a seat, but takes none for himself. A few moments after you finish the first plate of food, the obviously excited Mr. Baggins can no longer contain himself. He places one hand behind his back and another in his vest pocket, standing tall to ensure he has your attention. You are all undoubtedly curious as to why I have called you here this evening. Well, he leans in, the firelight causing the twinkle in his eye to dance merrily. His hand sweeps from behind his back towards the parlour windows. I am hoping you'll partake in a little adventure. Nothing so grand as my own, I'm afraid, but in return for your aid, I will provide each of you with a small place in my memoirs and a fair share of my eternal gratitude. He grabs a glass of wine off the table and takes a sip, pausing for effect.
I mutter arsehole under my breath.
He hears, but he pretends not to. Now, I know what you're thinking, and stares at Lobelia. There goes old Bilbo again, taking after that wizard Gandalf, and sending you hobbits off into the blue. Well, I can assure you it is nothing of the sort. Just a little trip to Michael Delvin, and back to recover what one might call a family heirloom from the Mathom house. A map of the Shire supposedly supposedly made by the old Took himself, with all sorts of precious annotations and such like. Now, I've sent many letters to the custodian, Malva Slowfoot, asking if I could have it back, even offering fairly generous donations. But for some reason, she has provided no replies. So, I thought that we needn't tell her or her husband. After all, we're talking about something that belonged to my grandfather, and that would not be out of place here, in Bag End. Most of all, we needn't alert that pesky dog that the Slowfoots have to set guard the place. Sharp as a tack, that beast, and he sniffs me out every time I've come near. Besides, I know some of you place more value on local gossip than others. And even just being seen at night in the company of Mad Baggins might be enough to ruin your reputation. But for those of you with spirit, which I know you all have in spades, or I'd not have called you here tonight, won't you aid me on this errand of particular importance, my fellow conspirators?
At that, Drogo's going to bounce to his feet and goes to shake Bilbo's hand immediately. And, dear cousin, of course, dear cousin, any favours for my favoured of the relatives.
Oh, I knew I could count on you, Drogo. I knew I could count on you. Do have another drink.
Yeah, I'll have another drink.
What about the rest of you? I know Paladin and Esmeralda, you are fine companions.
Oh. Well, I was sent here by Great Aunt Lalia to make sure you weren't up to no more nonsense. So I suppose getting embroiled in your nonsense would be one way to make sure it doesn't get too much worse.
That sounds like a very, very logical way of thinking, Esmeralda. Yes. I can't go on this because the dog and everyone knows me too well down at the Mathom's house.
Exactly. It keeps you out of trouble.
Keeps me out of trouble. Yes.
Very logical people, you Tooks.
We pride ourselves on it.
Miss Mariah, I'm for it.
You've got your mouth full, Paladin.
I know.
Then
Oh
speak.
dear. I'm going to roll my eyes at that breach of etiquette there. Oh dear, well.
I know.
That's all the tweets.
What a sight. I love this.
Paladin, remember to finish your food before you speak. It's only polite in company. I'll forgive you this one time, though.
This is
He's a young one.
so kind of you. Just a second, I turn around to Esmeralda and try to whisper, knowing that not knowing that everybody will surely hear me. You see, some way mid the first 3 sentences, I got distracted by the cake. I have no idea what he's talking about, but if you say it's a good idea, I am with you, like totally.
It's a terrible idea. He wants us to go steal from someone, but if we Queen is only gonna lose her hairs. So I reckons that we goes along with this, if for no other reason than to keep an eye on the others, because that's Baggins nonsense right there. And I point at Drogo. And God knows we don't need to be given old
Lobelia.
brace girdle any more evidence against our good name.
Lobelia has been incredibly quiet at this point, right? And then she will also stand up and she'll go over next to Drogo and Bilbo and meet his eye. Like the temperature in the room drops by about 5 degrees.
You've opened the flue on the chimney there with your umbrella.
Cousin Bilbo, I appreciate you offering this chance of adventure in quotation marks, but it does feel like you staying out of trouble that we get into trouble. Now that's not very us, is it?
Think of the family, Lobelia. Maybe one day, the more you help the Bagginses, they're good people around here.
This is an heirloom. This is a Mathom of the family. It is of great import. If you return this, think of the gossip that will be attached to your name. The fact that you have done such a wonderful thing for somebody you don't like.
Well, now that you put it like that, so eloquently, Cousin Bilbo. Well, I suppose I have not much else on this evening. I'm sure I can spare a couple of hours. Okay, fine. I will lead this troop. Fine, I will do it.
I turn to Drogo. Like Bilbo turns to Drogo at that point and goes, "She does know how far Michael Delving is away from Bag End, doesn't she? This is a couple of days. This is not a couple of hours."
Thought you Baggins knew a good thing when you saw it.
I'm going to check my pocket watch. What time is it at this point?
It's
the
probably
Green Dragon
about
close?
It's probably about 9 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, so we've only got an hour in before we get to the Green. Right, so we've got to get to the Green Dragon in an hour.
Good luck with that. He basically offers you more food and a room to stay in Bag End and things, and
Does he
says
offer it
that
for all
he'll
of
give you a
us?
hearty breakfast and provide we'll go over the plan in the morning, and after second breakfast you can leave.
I was about to say, wait a minute, one breakfast.
Will you get past the second breakfast? That is
At
the
the
quest.
offer of staying in Bag End, the temperature rises by about 10 degrees. Of course, I would, of course, Cousin Bilbo, any way we can help.
I thought I knew it. I could persuade you, my dear.
Of course. And then I guess the rest of the evening I'll be like, Otho, stop that! Like just every so often, my poor person to be is just in the corner like, no, stop it. We'll change it later.
Change it later.
Start measuring stuff.
We'll just go through that wall. We'll open it out, Open
That
plan.
has to go. That has to go. That has to go tonight.
yeah.
Not that room. Not that room. Not that room.
This.
Square doors.
Yes, 100%.
Right. Cool. So yes, basically you will be staying the night at Bag End, enjoying yourself, having some food. Lobelia's measuring everything up for when she obviously inherits the house, because I think all that happens. Just a little bit on the lore here, just so you're aware what a Mathom is. Does Rob know what a Mathom is? With his
Actually, no.
massive...
No.
A Mathom is basically a keepsake, a family heirloom, or an item of import to the Hobbits. And the Mathom house is basically a museum of Mathoms, of like culturally important Mathoms. So, yeah, basically you're going to go rob a museum.
Is this a Hobbit heist? Is this
It is Hobbit heist.
New one-page RPG coming out soon. Hobbit heist.
Hobbit heist.
You have two stats.
Hobbit
Crime
heist.
in Hobbit.
Crime and Hobbit.
I'm sorry, no. Surely that's crime and gullet.
Yeah.
How much can you eat and how much can you steal?
And when they're both the same, it's like stealing all the food.
Okay.
Right, yes, okay. So, moving on. It is breakfast. What are you all having for breakfast? What have you made Bilbo cook for you?
Seed cake.
Beefcake?
Seed cake.
It's like beefcake!
Okay. Slow release travelling adventure, and but also for every bit I eat, another bit goes in the pocket for later.
Oh. But I do like the idea that Drogo is a beefcake.
Carrying all that seed cake around, he's going to have to.
Yeah.
3 foot tall and super strong.
Drogo, you don't need to take all that. I've got some Lambeth bread around here somewhere.
No, it doesn't agree with me. I assume I've not had it. Seems a bit foreign to me. It's good Hobbit and seed bread.
I don't like that.
Oh. Modern retelling.
Oh, somewhere Free League is just like, what did we do?
Oh, genius. Hey, what's everyone else having? Paladin, what are you eating this time round?
Pancakes. Eggs. In 3 different ways. And then there's bread baked with cheese. Half a chicken. I will have some hot milk. With cream. That's important. Also, there's a giant lump of butter in the middle of the table.
Why is it all with you and always the butter? Why
Paladin
every
just
game that I play
really
with you does
rotund.
butter come into it?
Well, and something that is covered in so much sugar, nobody is sure what's beneath.
Pat of butter. Butter and sugar. Yum, yum, yum.
I won't tell you, but it's yummy.
Excellent. Paladin certainly knows how. He's a growing young lad, Paladin. Growing hobbit sideways. What about Lobelia and Esmeralda? What are you two up to, eating-wise?
Oh, well, I've got mackerel. And I have a 4th type of egg. I will have expressly waited until my brother had ordered 3 other types to order a 4th. Milk toast, bread, preserve, obviously. And then I have some fried bread in the mackerel oil.
Mackerel dripping.
So
As
Lobelia,
hobbits want.
Lobelia is basically have it as it's like, oh no, I couldn't possibly. No. But then anything that Opho has, oh no, Opho, you can't possibly, and it's taking all the stuff from Opho's plate.
Oh my god, is your husband to be on a diet already?
It's like, stop that. It's not very good for you. Here. And I'll take that. And at any point that might seem appropriate, I would like to swipe one of the nice plates.
I think.
Open your suitcase. Open your suitcase.
Just put it in. Just go quick.
I think with that, we will actually
Oh, no.
have our first dice roll of the
no,
game.
yes, talking. Okay. What do I have to do for stealing a plate?
I think we're going to do a stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So I've got 3 dots and stuff and a thing in it. So it's what 2d12s. I've got a dot on the left.
If you've got a dot on the left, it's 2d12.
Yep.
And it'll be
then,
plus 3d6 then.
Whoa.
And what is your what is the target number in the wits?
Target number in the wits is a 12.
Oh.
And you get to pick the highest result on the dice.
All right, well, I'll do the d12s first then. The highest one, that is an 11.
That is an automatic success.
Yeah, well, I'll get over.
Well, actually,
21 total.
if you with the d6s, if you roll a 6, you can do special things with the 6 on them.
Well, sadly, I have not rolled a 6 on any of them. So
I can't remember what you can do with those. What can you do with those 6s? This is actually.
you get an extra cutlery set.
Yeah. So if you you can spend the 6s, so you lose the success. But you can cancel a failure. So if it's a group test and somebody has not succeeded, you can spend that 6 to give someone a success.
Ooh,
You can score an additional success. You can gain insight. You gain additional information, not necessarily related to the task at hand. You can go quietly. Basically, sneak more. Make haste, go quicker, or widen influence, whatever that means. Gain more influence. You can gain influence more than the specific number of subjects originally targeted by the action. I guess that comes with controlling people.
With that success, then, I want to take the fancy...
the success is a 6.
Oh, not the 11?
No, the 6 on... So if you roll a 6 on your d6, they're the things you can do.
I understand.
If you roll the Gandalf rune, so the 11, that's just an automatic success. Like, you pass the thing that you're checking.
Yeah. I take the grape scissors just out.
Because you can succeed, but you can fail but get successes.
Success. Yes, I understand. Yeah. It's just like the levels of success.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So Otho is looking at like incredibly more and more uncomfortable.
Clanks. Otho clanks when he walks now.
That's a very odd shaped stomach.
Yes. Excellent. So yes, you now have some... that's not what I wanted to do. You now have some plates. Bilbo isn't... He's kind of half expecting it, so he's not really paying that much attention to you. He's not brought out the good plates. He knows you're around.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Drogo winks knowingly.
Is this dwarven make?
I'm writing them down anyway. Plates, not good, not
finest.
fine one. Not finest.
You got the wooden ones. Like Bilbo looks at Drogo and kind of winks towards Drogo and nods towards Lobelia as she's doing this. But as you sat there having breakfast, he goes, So, the journey, okay? It's gonna be a 2-day journey to get to Michael Delving. It's actually spelt like Michael Delving. It's like a person's name,
like
but it's actually, you're going to visit a person, which is actually a town, which is a bit weird. It's going to take you a few days to get there, and obviously we don't want anybody to really know what you're up to, because, well, obviously, Lobelia, you don't really want to be associated with me, do you? So, and obviously, so a few people know that I'm after this item, and if they see you leaving Bag End and then heading into Michael Delvin and going to the Mathom house, they're sure to put 2 and 2 together, and so What I actually suggest you do, rather than just heading straight down to the East Road and heading west, which is the quickest route, I realise that the map I sent you is really, really quite sparse. So the map in the Discord chat is the map which is in the book, so it's designed to be spread over 2 A4 pages and quite big. But it's really quite hard to see what's going on there. But Hobbiton is basically kind of smack bang in the middle. And Michael Delvin is west along that main road that kind of runs through the middle. I will, at the break, if we take a break, I will send you through the map that I have so you can see kind of what's going on on the route and kind of a zoomed in bit of where it is. But I didn't want to send you that straight away. So yeah, yes, the best way to avoid prying eyes, I would suggest that you head north out of Bag End into Overhill, and then you turn west. And at this point, you will go across country for a few miles. It's not too rough. It's quite calm. I do the walk quite regularly, and then you'll come to the river. But you'll obviously need to cross the water at the shallow point. It's quite clear where the shallow point is. It shouldn't be too hard to cross. And then once you've crossed the river, you get to the Bywater Road, and then you can kind of head south to the East Road, and then you can head west down to Michael Delvin, and you'll be fine. You'll obviously probably need to make a stop at oh crap! What's the name of the village called?
Is that what Bilbo says?
Exactly like that as well.
Yes. Oh crap! You have to take a night stop at. Oh crap! What is that place called? That's the name of the village. It's called. Oh crap! What is that place called?
Yeah.
Yes, Tom. It's
Waymeet.
Waymeet.
Is amazing.
Yeah.
The Waymeet. Okay.
Waymeet. You'll have to obviously spend the night in Waymeet, and they have a really nice inn there. It's called the Walking Party Inn. I'm sure there'll be space. I'm sure. So, but that's definitely the path that you'll have. The path of least resistance and least prying eyes.
Before we go marching off down any roads, cousin Baggins, when was the last time it rained?
Oh, today. Oh no, yesterday. Sorry.
Might I suggest then that we not take the place that has the river and the bywater in case it's flooded out instead?
Oh no. There's like a little ford. They've built up the stones and things. You can definitely cross it. It's fine.
All right.
Either that, or you're going to have to go through Hobbiton, and everybody will see you.
Yeah, we'll go by the river. It'll be very pleasant. Maybe we can even float down.
The river it is. Let's go.
I've always got a good feeling about rivers.
Yes. I had an adventure in a river. I was in a barrel, and there was a load of dwarves.
Did it go on for 45 minutes too long with too much CGI?
Yes, it really did.
Weren't there also elves in that story the first time you told it?
Yes, there's this weird relationship between this tall, pointy-eared lady elf and this dwarf who wasn't very fat. I think he thinks he's an elf.
Was it one of those things that was then never revisited or
mentioned ever again? Yes.
Mentioned ever again. Yeah.
And was never mentioned beforehand either, and just.
As all true stories should have.
Yes, they should never be mentioned at the start. Only happen when they happen and never mentioned again. Pretty much like this journey that you're going to go on for me. You'll
Funnily
never
enough,
speak of it ever again.
That says about you.
Yes. And so you have this long chat after you. So you've had your breakfast, then you have this long chat about the path. And he goes, right, time for second breakfast, I feel. Yep. I'll go put the kettle on. Do help yourself to only the food in the pantry, Lobelia.
Stop that open. Just like a paw goes out for a scone. Just like, no, stop it.
Out of curiosity, Fiona, is your bow aware that you're streaming tonight?
It's my what? Sorry. Oh no, he doesn't know. No, he doesn't know. It's too late.
Might just send this to him just to give him a
I don't think he needs to know. He knows enough. He knows enough.
He knows enough.
He knows he's never being fed when she moves over.
Exactly.
Right. So, let's get on with the walking. So you leave the nice little round green door, and Bilbo waves you off. Goodbye, my friends. Enjoy your trip, and I shall see you in a couple of days.
Bilbo.
Have fun. Oh, I do wish I was going on an adventure with you. Oh, yeah. Mutters to himself, checks his pocket watch, and walks back inside. Leaves you to go on your wandering way.
When I'm going to write the story down, I think I'm going to mention him honorarily. This will be great. Yeah.
Be careful about that. I've heard he's a mite litigious.
Okay. Did you know they have amazing ducks over there in the river?
Well, we should make our way, I think. The sooner we get there, the sooner we'll be home.
Yeah, and get some ducks.
I'm going to start striding off with my cane that you haven't seen me have before because I bought it specially for this adventure. And I'm going to stride off with a very nice-looking cane.
Seeing that you're rushing, so going ahead, I'm like, oh, bye, and then get out the umbrella and try and catch up to you, but not try and catch up to you. So that horrible half speed,
half jog, half run thing. Yeah.
You know where you're going. I guess we'll follow you.
Yeah.
It's a nice sunny day. It's probably now about 11 o'clock in the morning. The weather is clear. The sky is bright. It's temperate weather. It's a nice late spring day to go for a nice wander. And you head up north. So what was the route again? You head up north, you go through over hill, and you see a few hobbits around, but most of them just ignore you. Hobbits like to go for wanders every now and then. And they're too far away to really kind of pick out who you are. And then you turn west as you exit out of Overhill, and you head towards the river. And well, Esmeralda, you were quite right. The rains yesterday, they were a little bit torrential, and the weather seems to have swelled the river a little bit, and that ford that Bilbo was quite adamant would be fine for you to cross, well, it's a little bit deep now. You can try and wade across, but it's going to be over your head now. But you do have to cross this river.
Are there any trees around here? Any sturdy-looking trees with branches that we might be able to utilise either as floats or as staffs or something?
Make me a scan roll, please.
Scan? That's exciting. Feels like I'm playing Alien. Right.
Xenomorphic detective.
Yeah.
Remember to look up. Look above you.
Yeah, look above you in the tree.
Scan or awareness?
Scan. Scan
Or
is
travel.
your observation. Awareness
How about
is your...
travel?
Nope.
What do you
Awareness
all-
is
if
kind
you've
of
got-
more of your actual perception.
If you've got no dots, it's literally just going to be D12, isn't it?
If you have no dots, it is 1d12. You always
so
roll a d12.
Pretty much, I've got to roll an 11.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
Got an 11.
Gandalf. Yeah,
Bloody Drogo.
yeah.
I think
Fully.
He spent too much time with Bilbo. He's very much aware of how to do this adventuring
I
malarkey.
think what Drogo does is has a little, and then goes for a sit down, being a good hobbit. And as he sits down, he sits on a branch that shifts suddenly, and he
Nope.
realised, no, oh, wow.
He does
breaks the
see
unit.
what would be a very useful log.
Oh, okay.
However, it's on the opposite side of the river.
Right, the one of us, the youngest, strongest of us, should get across the river and bring that log back for the rest of us. Would be my suggestion, and I'm walking around like a sort of the sergeant major with my stick pointing at it.
Orc, elf, dwarf for it, brother?
I put my thinking apple away. Did you notice that the river is very deep right now? I think this is the perfect moment to do something adventurous, right?
Yeah. I'm seeing if you want to swim it or if I'll swim it.
Oh. I brought this tiny bag of chocolates from Bilbo's. If you could take care of them, I'll try.
All right, then. Load them up. And I just like hold out my arms.
And then I start unloading my travel gear onto my sister. And somehow I smuggled a lot of waffles and cakes and pastries and a tiny bag of chocolates.
Most important.
Out of Bag's End and heap it upon Esmeralda.
Esmeralda just like takes off her shawl and is like wraps it around, makes a bindle.
Yeah.
You're just the best.
It's almost like we're related.
I nod vigorously, and then I go over to the river. I start focusing on it. I take a deep breath. And then, in best Took manner, I just flail vitally into the water.
like a magic carp.
Probably should ask if he could swim first, shouldn't I?
I tried to get over there, and now I'm gonna learn if I can swim.
And to learn how to swim, you need to make yourself an athletics check.
Ah, great.
Good luck, Paladin.
It's actually something I'm inspired in, so
Ooh.
let's see. Dice luck, dice luck, dice luck. By the power of third breakfast.
Can I use Enhearten to help with this by chance?
What is in Harton?
It's a heart skill I'm pretty good at.
Where is Esmeralda? Let me have a look at the sheet. Ah!
Assume from the silence that Paladin has drowned.
Very short adventure. No Frodo, no Bilbo, we couldn't get into it.
we lost Paladin.
Turns out we're going to have a funeral instead.
Yeah, a long expected funeral.
An unexpected funeral.
Yeah.
Not an unexpected journey.
I love this modern retelling.
What I'm saying is I'm going to watch this VOD back when I'm making notes for writing Hobbit Heist, because these are all modules.
Okay. Well, I succeeded like it took. I got 9 for 15. So,
So
not
what
looking
did
bright.
you get? So you didn't manage to succeed?
No, I didn't.
Oh shit.
That's
Remember,
why
you
I'm
are
asking about
you're picking
enhancing.
the highest of the 2 dice and rolling an
Yes.
extra dice as well.
Yes.
Oh.
I rolled a 1, which I swapped for a 7.
And then rolled
And-
a 2.
Then I rolled a 2.
Okay, so
Almost.
you can spend a hope to re-roll those dice.
I might need that later.
You've got
I don't know, you might be
17
dead.
hope.
Need it now, to be honest.
Oh, yes, you're right. You're
You've got
right.
a lot of fucking hope.
I
I've
might
got a
need
lot
it
of hope.
later. He
says what
wobbling
he wants.
down the river.
We're all
I'll
like,
see you later.
like is
Bye.
Paladin waving?
And this
Wave,
is why
Paladin.
Drogo did not go into the water, because he needs to survive.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay, I gonna spend a hope. So what they gonna roll again?
So let me just say, during play, players can spend hope to gain a hope bonus on any die roll. So players whose hope score is reduced to 0. No, hang on. Where does it actually tell you what it does?
Is it the top number by chance? You add
No.
the top numbers
It's the
no?
bottom
No, it's
number.
the
The
bottom,
top
it's
number
the
is to
bottom
do with the way you modify a skill, your attributes. So everybody
Right.
starts off with an attribute of 15, and then you modify it
Okay.
by that number.
That definitely isn't the case, is it, for some of us? Because otherwise, I should have a heart of 8.
Yeah. It's all a bit
Oh, yeah,
weird.
Me too.
So where is this hope thing again?
believe Paladin is waving, not drowning.
So a character's hope score is a pool of points representing the reserve of spiritual vigour that the heroes draw from when confronted by difficult odds, or particularly good result is required in the circumstances. A player about to make a die roll can spend 1 hope point to gain a dice. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
You can gain a d6. Hope can be spent to gain a dice on any roll made by a player. It is not possible to spend multiple hope points to gain multiple bonuses.
So even if you'd have to roll a 6 on your d6 to succeed this.
Yeah. But you can also there is a way you can re-roll, and I can't remember what it's called. Re-roll. How you re-roll now?
Is it wisdom? Or,
Is it
or valor maybe?
Repeating roll as a rule. Oh no, that's just repeating actions. No, okay, so I got it wrong because there's a repeat action rule, which basically says you're not allowed to repeat an action.
Okay.
So you
I
can't.
tried swimming.
You can't keep you can't keep trying the same thing.
But
But because
he's going to have to jump in after.
Okay, so yeah, seeing that my brother is struggling, I'll sort of like pull the sack bit off the bindle, pass it on to Drogon. Don't lose that. And then with my walking stick out in front of me, I'll swim further down the river so that he can collide with me as the river's coming.
So as Paladin goes out, he starts to swim, starts to splutter, but the current brings him back towards your shore.
Oh, okay.
So he's just going to kind of wash up like 10-15 meters down the river on your side. Very wet, very spluttery, maybe a little bit cold, but it's a nice warm day, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
In which case, then I'll rather than handing it to Drogo, because I'm not having to swim to save Paladin, I'll go down to where Paladin is and hand him the actual bindle and go, have something to eat, dry yourself off. I should have known. When in doubt.
There were ducks. I saw the ducks.
I could see that, and I also saw that as you saw the ducks, you decided to look under the water to see if you could see more of the ducks, and in doing so, you forgot to hold your breath. So, so this time,
all the time,
I'm going to spend a hope dice ahead of time to do this.
So you're going to go and have a swim.
Oh, you're giving it a go.
Yeah,
I've also just looked at all your characters, and none of you have got athletics, really, have you?
We're Hobbits.
Surprise!
We were going to walk through Hobbiton.
Yeah, okay. So I got, so with my hope spend, I get a 6 for a success and a sum total of 21. It's my target
So
number,
the 6 is a success that you can spend to do other things.
Yep.
But you beat the target number anyway.
But do you, if you spend that 6, you lose 6 off your results.
Yes, so I can afford to do that because my target number is 14 because of my
Nice.
stick.
Nice. So let me find the thing to tell you what you can do with the 6 if you want to. Obviously, you can cancel a failure, but nobody else is doing a roll at the same time, so you're not going to cancel anybody's failure. You can score an additional success. So you can add, like, if an action requires multiple successes to be achieved, you score 1 additional success. No, you don't. You just need to get across the river.
Yep.
You gain additional information. Well, no, because you're swimming. You're not going to get any additional information because you're swimming. I'm not going to let you do that. You can go quietly. You can make haste. So you can swim really quickly if you want to.
Yeah. So as Esmeralda will sort of like hitch her skirt out to one side, fold it around and tie it. So
I've got a better idea. I'm going to say I'm going to do this as a role play thing. Kind of freestyle this a little bit. The log's on the other side.
Yeah.
To use it for everyone else to kind of swim across with it, it needs to be on the side with everybody else.
Oh, so I'll take the second success then to get it back again.
Yeah, I will let you do it to use that success on a. It's technically a different roll, but I will let you use it to kind of bring the log back for everybody to.
I'll take that.
On. Yeah, can use it as a bit afloat.
Yeah. Sounds good. So I'll tie the dress, just dive on in, swim across quite happily, and then just like rather than getting onto the land and like pushing it, just starts dragging it back, just backstroking.
Excellent work. Excellent work. Yes, very good. Very good.
It's the benefit of kippers, that is.
It'd be half fish by the time we're finished.
Oh, do you think?
I believe so. My uncle was telling me about these things called mermaids. I believe it's hobbits who've eaten too many fish. I wasn't really listening, to be honest.
Wild. I'll never. Huh. Half fish.
Strange tales.
I'm guessing it's the top half, otherwise that would make no sense whatsoever.
Well, apparently they have the body of the fish and the mind of a hobbit.
Oh!
Lobelia is already on the plank.
Take me across, people.
I was like the whole time she's just let everyone else going, realising, oh, where's Otho? Where's Otho? Otho stayed behind with Bilbo.
Yeah. Otho's having the time of his life.
He was just hiding in the pantry. Why did you go?
I'm like, Otho? Like,
it's back to Bag End, and there's like he's just smoking away and drinking.
You're going to come back to a really fat, stoned, hungover husband.
Yeah.
He's going to have had the best holiday in his entire life. He's never known so much freedom.
It's even worse because it's not her husband yet.
Yeah.
Fiance. Yeah. Where is he? I'm sure he'll catch up. Okay.
I'm sure I put him down here somewhere.
Yeah. So I'll be ready to go across. Spit spot. Let's go, cousins.
Yeah. I'll crawl out and start using the Took walking stick to like paddle over, basically.
Cool. I will say, just for expediency's sake, you do all manage to get over. We won't do the entire one, like fox chicken thing.
I was going to say, I go over, then it comes back for go.
Yeah, we can't leave.
Hobbit and a pie. There's a pie. There's a hobbit.
We can't leave Paladin with his food.
Yeah.
We can't leave Paladin with the food. We can't leave Lobelia on her own because she will walk off.
Yes, hobbits do math. There is, as Fiona was asking, was that before the stream or during the stream, about the riddle skill?
Before the stream.
At some point, Fiona asked about the riddle skill. This would be the kind of situation where we would use it. Do we leave Paladin with his food alone, or do we leave Lobelia by herself to wander off? So you all get across, and by the time you're all across, Paladin, you have dried up in the sun. You are no longer absolutely soaked through to the bone. You're a little bit coughy and spluttery because you did swallow a little bit of the mucky water, but you have managed to make your way across the river. With probably Lobelia's probably muttering a lot about how useless Bilbo is, because he said that the river would be fine, and obviously it's not.
No.
So he probably did it on purpose for you. He probably told.
He flooded the yeah.
He flooded
that brandy buck. It's like it's like just making noises like that, like at the front of the plank. Anyway.
And so from there, it's probably mid-afternoon by now. It's probably lunchtime. It's probably time that you had your feed. You find a nice little spot on the other side of the river, just before the road, and you sit down under a tree and have a little bit of your food. And then you get on with the way, knowing that you've got a couple more hours to go before you reach Waymeet. Is there anything you would like to talk about on this journey between nearly drowning Paladin and getting to Waymeet?
I think I want to talk about how much Bilbo likes me and how much I'm definitely going to be in the will, and how I'm very excited about Bag End becoming mine, and what I'm going to do with the place, but very politely in a very charming manner.
Oh, well, cousin, that's it. I mean, we all have wishes of all things we'd like, we want, but don't get your hopes up, dearie, you know. When me and
Yes.
Otho, get hand fastened, it will, there'll be some changes perhaps, but we'll all get our just desserts.
Indeed. And if I have to make do with, the many bedroom of Brandy Hall, then, can't all be choosers. Maybe some of us are beggars in our multi-room underborough mansions.
Can I make a counter suggestion that we have a song? I've always been told that a song will help pass the time. And that way we can focus on the nice thing that we're all singing together rather than the snide comments we're making about one another. How does that sound?
This is a great idea. Also, I just wanted to point out that we Tooks are really good at drying. Like, I'm almost dry again. Look at me.
I honestly, Paladin, Mother was right. You are the sun and the stars. You just, you light up my life at times. You really do.
Well, okay, Esmeralda.
I'm going to roll persuade.
For what?
To convince everyone else to start singing.
Oh,
I don't think they need convincing.
No,
Everybody has really high skill at singing. It's like the one thing that all hobbits are good at is singing.
I would turn around to Esmeralda. Well, of course, dear cousin. Why don't you start us off? Because you have such a beautiful, lovely voice.
Okay, now I have to find appropriate songs for Lord of the Rings. I'll do
Taking
it.
the hobbits to Isengard. Isengard. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. Yeah, every single one of you has two points in sing, in song, except
But
Drogo
you know what that means?
is
We can do it in the round.
inspired.
Drogo
Drogo is fucking the master. As soon as you start singing, he just belts out into this full-on operatic number.
Yeah, you are a proper treble.
A tribble? Have we crossed universe here?
Yes. Oh, the alien was behind that tree earlier. All I'm saying.
We should sing a song about the Entwives. That's what we should sing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a
that
good
one,
song.
cousin. Can you lead it?
I'll start.
Yeah.
Can we all just to see how in tune and well versed you are all together, all make a song roll?
Yes.
I want to see
Okay.
whether you've made a choir or a discordant mess. And for some reason, song is under strength. Guess it's
Not
like
picking
the
the
size of your
It's
lungs.
Strength of projection.
I'm not picking the 12. I score 16, and one of them is a success, but I won't be able to spend that and succeed. So I succeed.
Yep. I also succeed in the same thing as Rob. There's a 6 there, but not me either.
I succeed. I don't have enough to spend my 6 as well, but I do have enough to.
That's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Paladin.
I sing a different song entirely. I was really thinking we're gonna sing this song about the women of the ends.
Is it by chance a song about drinking in the Green Dragon?
I am so sure there were ends in there. So sure.
So,
I'm just gonna sing another stanza and then we'll see.
Use freestyle at the end.
Drogo starts off singing the song of the Entwives, and Lobelia's like, "Oh, I know this," and you join in, and Esmeralda,
But
you
I'm
pick
a
up
high
the
operatic.
Yeah.
That really.
Esmeralda, you pick it up as you go as it's going along, and you
Yep.
understand the rhythm. And Paladin just kind of turns around and goes, and just starts singing, just has no clue what's going on. Going on an adventure. Oh. And as you are, you're all enjoying the song, and even the weirdness of Paladin just not getting it and just singing random words in different ways. It's a fun afternoon of walking and travelling through the Shire, and heading towards the west, heading deeper into the West Farthing. And in the distance, you begin to see the town of Waymeet, that is well named because it is a meeting of ways. It is where the East Road crosses with the Bywater Road. And you notice in the air there's a bit of a hum of people talking, or hobbits talking, as it is a hobbit town. As you get closer, you notice that there are a fair few people on the roads and in town.
Interesting. Well, we should keep a pretense of why we're here, just to not embarrass dear cousin Bilbo. So perhaps we decide on a little quick story now between us.
Just so you're aware as well, Waymeet is, and you will, as your characters, you will know this. Waymeet is a town that is, because it's on a crossroad, it's where a lot of traders kind of come. It's like a market town, I suppose, is what we would consider it as. So, yeah.
Well, not one cousins to take the spotlight, but as you may know, I am engaged to my fiance Otho. I'm sure you know him. He was here earlier.
Not aware.
Why don't we? Well, if we need a pretense, I mean,
Hen party.
Oh, you're so well. If you insist, Drogo.
We're taking a tour of the Hobbit of the Shire in celebration of your upcoming nuptials.
Exactly. I'm out with my cousins. How's that?
And that's why your fiance stayed back there for the stag do.
Yes.
Again,
That's
cuts
exactly.
back to bag end, and Otho's got like strippers and stuff.
bunch of elven women. I like that version a lot better.
J.R.
what's that
Tolkien
sound?
is turning in his grave
I
at
hear it
this.
doesn't want to.
What I'm saying is they've had 20,000 years to practice, all right? They are fantastic.
I mean, it's just a thought. I mean, if anyone else has a better, in quotation marks, idea, then I would be happy to hear it. But I'm happy to, what's the word? Have one for the team. Is that the phrase? I don't think that's the phrase. But I will
I
take
guarantee you're happy to have one for the team.
There you go.
Those elves get everywhere.
Well, I can't say I disagree. Having a good story ahead of time is a classic idea. I say why ever not? Why don't we make it a hen
All
do?
about.
But if we're having a hen do, you know what that means, don't you?
No.
More songs.
It means more songs, absolutely. But it also means that we've got to find you some feathers. We can't be having a hen do without you looking like a hen. Paladin, go find a duck.
Lobelia's face is frozen in place.
I've trapped you with courtesy and persuade.
I'm gonna.
You really think so, Esmeralda?
I do. I really do.
I'm gonna swipe the area for ducks.
Whether Lobelia agrees or understands or is complicit in this, Paladin, please make me a scan roll to see if you can find any ducks.
Not hunting.
I would like to
actually,
go
yeah,
for
hang on. There's a hunt. There is hunting, isn't there? I will let you
Yes.
choose, you
Strength.
Paladin, hunting or scan.
hunting. Definitely hunting.
So there's a record swipe and go, see that? That's me. And this is a story about how I got here.
I was this old when I realized that I should not trust a tweed.
It was at this point that she realised she fucked up.
You can tell it's been about it's been a little while since we all got together to play a game because all the chaos is coming out in one go.
And I'm loving it.
What did you get, Paladin?
Well,
Low is good, right?
it's
Oh,
not
so
the
wow.
nicest duck I found. It's a very bad duck.
What did you have on this? I'm curious.
Yeah, well, what did you roll? What did you roll? Tell us.
I rolled a 9 once again.
Oh no.
How many pips did you have?
I have one pip. I was
Okay.
I was inspired. Hunting is one of my inspired skills, so I
No,
had
you
2d12.
should have spent a hope. You can spend. I'll
Yeah.
let you spend a hope afterwards to So
I
every
spend a
session,
hope.
every session
mean,
you will
We
regain
all, we
height.
all want me to look shite, so
We
don't.
all- Yes!
Did you just roll a 4 and miss it by 1 point?
No, I rolled a 1.
Oh, for sake.
So okay,
Yep, that's
you
me.
do find a
It's a
duck.
bad duck.
Yeah, it's a bad duck. It's a dead duck. Yeah, it's been dead.
Well,
It's
good
been
news
dead a
is we
little
won't be missing
while.
the tar.
It's been dead a little while. It got hit by a horse. It's yeah. It's
I-
bits. You found bits of a duck.
I take them, go. How far are we? The river? It's far away, the river. I go to the next water thing, dip it several times, declare it washed, and return.
Oh, cousin, you really shouldn't have.
But we did.
You did. Great.
Where the duck, Lobelia?
Yeah. Don't worry, Lobelia. I'll help you here. I'll craft you a nice.
Oh,
a
you
nice,
really?
I
That's
really,
too kind.
I really.
I feel
will.
like the pretense is done.
You do? Oh no,
I
I think that this is one of those things that's absolutely essential that we get right for you.
Yeah, make me a craft roll then, please, Esmeralda.
I will do, and
Please fail it.
on that 20, I'll spend that 6 to get, because this is part of an extended thing, that to have it done quickly before the Lobelia can change their mind.
Oh,
So
what
not
do you-
well,
what do you
just
make,
really
though? What do you
fucking
make?
quickly. You've just literally just ripped the feathers out and jammed them into her
literally,
hair.
it's like I grab some reeds, start weave them together whilst Paladin's plucking the duck, and as Paladin's plucking the duck, I'm sticking it straight in, and there's just this, literally like a crown of duck feathers, as many as we can get from this very dead duck.
It's also wet as well now.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Wet.
stinky.
wet, stinky duck feathers, but it's with reeds, so I'm trying to get some nice stuff in there as well, so it doesn't smell too bad for.
It's got a few
Yeah.
flowers in it.
Yeah. I want it to actually look nice. It's more like
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that this would actually look half decent. It smells, but I mean,
But
it's
you know,
nice looking.
You know what? Good job. Good job, everyone and me. And I gracefully put it on and start walking into Waymeat looking like a drowned rat with a crown on.
Smelling like a drowned
Of
rat.
course.
Yeah.
Smelling
Looking
and
brilliantly.
Looking like I'm going on my hen do.
holding yourself with poise and grace.
The umbrella is out, twirling.
And at that point, I think that's a really nice time to have our break as you walk into Waymeat. So we'll take our 10-minute comfort break, and we shall see you all in a few minutes. So probably about 9:10 UK time if you're all in the UK. If you're not, then 10 minutes from now. So see you all in a minute.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody, to Lobelia's Hendu.
No.
They are being served dead duck for lunch.
Ducks on tour.
Ducks on tour.
Ducks on tour.
Oh,
Ducks on,
ducks on tour.
ducks on tour, eating ducks on tour.
Well, sure. Okay.
Actually, here you should eat the suckling pig. It's very famous.
Oh, at this inn.
Yes.
Well, you can get that in me. Let's go then, Leon.
No, Rob.
Come on, have a party.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got to have a party.
Of course.
Oh, we should get the.
It is called the Walking Party Inn. So
Yeah, let's get in.
Yeah, get to the inn. Might as well.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Singing the entire way.
as you head into town, people just they glance sideways at you for no reason. It's like they've
I know.
got no idea what's going
It's
on.
the singing, really, isn't it?
They're mostly polite to you, but there is a little bit of a quizzical look in their eye. And they're kind of a little bit curious as to staring at Lobelia and her wonderful headdress.
It is wonderful. It's just stinky.
Yeah.
But I notice other people looking at me. I'm just like, it's all for Bag End. Come on. Will be mine.
Under his breath, Drogo's saying, "It's all for Bag End. Come on." You can put up with them for a little longer.
As you walk through the town and you walk down the road to where the crossroads is, you do see the sign for the Walking Party Inn, and stuck outside of the building there is a hobbit who looks like they're walking. It's like a wooden cutout of a hobbit with a walking stick walking through, hence the name, the Walking Party Inn. It's not much of a party though, the sign, because it's only one hobbit. But it does seem to have a bit
We're
of...
technically bringing the party.
You are bringing the party.
We are the party.
However, because it's such a nice day, and it's been such a nice day, all the travellers are out, and all the tables outside the front of this inn are full. There is nowhere for you to sit. And as you go inside to have a look, the place inside is quite full as well.
I'm beginning to think that Bilbo's memory of this part of the Shire isn't what it used to be.
No.
Seems to be letting things slip a little bit in his older age.
Everyone seems very happy and joyful. They're all having a great time. But there doesn't appear to be anywhere to sit. A lot of people are eating. A lot of hobbits, are eating because it is that kind of time.
Okay, so does that look like? Is there a hobbit in charge?
There's definitely a bar hobbit.
Some kind of bar manager. Some kind of bar.
I want to speak to the manager. Lobelia, the ultimate
Lobelia-
Karen.
Yes, Lobelia says, "I've got this," and I'll sidle up, almost like I like the idea that my skirt is so long that it looks like I am like going around on casters a little bit. I'll go up to the bar. Hello, hi. I thought I might have a reservation here. I don't know if you've seen. It's my hen party, and we were hoping that to have a table here, but it seems you're quite full.
A rather large, rotund, red-faced hobbit is leaning against the bar. He spits in his cup, starts cleaning it. Don't do reservations.
Oh, you really should.
I am always full. Why would I need to do reservations?
Well, could you? I mean, as I said, it is my hen party, and it is.
You're giving your hen a party. That's a bit of a strange thing to do, isn't it? Why would you? Why, if it's your hen party, why have you got a duck on your head?
You are a treat. Look, good sir. Sorry. Apologies. My name is Lobelia. What is your name? Are you the owner of this establishment?
I am. I'm the man who went on the party. It was the walking party. I walked and I came here, and then we had a party. I am the Walking Party Inn.
Ah,
My
I
name
see.
is Grimble.
Grimble. What a Grimble. Well, listen here, Grimble. as I've sort of explained 2 times now, it's my special day. And
I
as
thought it was your hen's special day.
No. Okay. So I am betrothed to Ophel Sackville Bagginses. You might have heard of the Bagginses, and we are having.
Are they the ones down at Bag End?
Yeah, the very same. The very same.
Is that Bilbo's lot?
Yes.
He's a weird one.
Well, I'm not one to judge. Anyway, I just wanted to say, like, obviously, I would obviously say wondrous things about your establishment. If we were able to have a were able to have a table here.
Well, there's lots of tables. You can't have them. You can't take them away because they're my tables.
Okay.
But also, they're all full. So
Right.
you can't really sit at them unless you want to make friends with some people.
While Lobelia is
Yes,
negotiating with the manager, I do want to make friends with people. What I'm ideally trying to do is get a bit of a raucous atmosphere going, mainly so people will move and then we can sit down. If we get a dance floor going, people will lose their seat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and start a round of Whoops, Mrs. Where's My Meringue, which should get everyone dancing, I think.
Can I
For the party tune.
add into this collective group check with some persuasion of people to get them up and going?
Yeah,
and
doing
just-
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
like
heard this
grabbing
one
them
for
by the
ages.
arms and that, yeah.
Yep.
I want to help.
I'll be dancing with all like the pretty
Paladin
other
wants to
twins
help.
and stuff.
Paladin wants to help.
God, Paladin
Go on,
drowns in the
Paladin.
corner.
You can do it. We know you can.
Drowns in the water bucket outside.
Yeah, we find him dead outside.
Oh god.
I'm gonna kill somebody tonight.
Paladin, how are you helping? What are you rolling to help?
Go on, yeah, Paladin. What are you doing?
I so my idea was that I would need to end up with at least 2 mugs of beer in my hands and just grabbing them from the waiter or waitress and pushing them into the hands of other people, so there's more
that'll be persuade.
merriment,
Yeah,
like
persuade.
impulses to do stuff.
Nice.
That's something the Tooks can do. I remember the scene from a movie.
At John Carter of Mars.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you can have a persuade on that. So Esmeralda and Paladin, you can do persuade, and Drogo, you can do song.
I'm definitely going to put some
You get hope in it.
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can just imagine you're all doing this behind me, and I'm like, no. So it's a hen party, but
Yeah.
I'm the hen. I guess you're all. Like,
You're a hen?
I
You
get
don't look much like a hen.
I actually rolled 2 6s, but I have to spend one because I rolled a 5 on the D12, but I've got enough to succeed and spend a 6.
yeah.
I also have enough to succeed and spend a 6 on this as
Fantastic.
well.
So I'm going to use my 6 to widen the influence, which I think you said was one of the options.
Yep.
So basically, I want people sort of coming into the tavern, so it all gets quite partyish, and we can easily move around and sit down somewhere. Basically, it's gone better than expected, effectively.
Yeah. It certainly has. You Paladin, though?
I don't hinder anybody.
You succeed.
I succeed.
Yay! Hey,
Which
Paladin
means I
gets
don't
his
have to spend my
beer.
6 to make that a success. So I guess I'll go for an extra success.
Yeah, you've
Rather
got...
than because that'll give us like 4 successes then, and a wide selection of effect.
Yeah.
Unless we want to do this quickly.
Oh, yeah. Actually, maybe haste would be. Shall I,
Haste.
instead of wide, because we just need to get people to move.
Well,
Actually,
because you
I'll
do the
take-
wide, because you do the widen, Drogo,
Okay.
and then
Wide, and I
Esmeralda
did
would do the
fast.
haste.
Right,
Yeah, then that would be like
people are
'cause
straight up.
it's straight up, getting it going.
And I get myself and other people drunk.
Because hobbits, they do like a little bit of a drink and a little bit of a sing-song and a little bit of a party. It's a nice warm day. Everyone's in a good mood, and they're like, yeah. And they're up and they're dancing and they're having a bit of fun and it kicks off a little bit of a sing song. You start the first song and then someone else picks up another song and then it kind of just goes on for a little bit. And there's a lot of dancing on tables, a lot of hobbit feet kicking over beer.
Great, they're cleared. I can sit there.
Paladin's like, great, mine. Just like, the music stops, everyone sits down.
This meal is only half eaten.
Are you going to finish that?
As this is going on, people are getting even friendlier and just kind of randomly grabbing people and swinging them around and dancing. And someone comes up to you and goes, "Oh, hello visitors, come join in the fun. What brings you to town today?"
It's her hen do! She's getting married! A kiss for every pretty boy!
The barman goes, "Yeah, she's related to that mad Baggins."
Right.
And then the entire pub goes deathly quiet. And they're all just kind of turn around and look. It's like, you hear lots of whispers. He's like, "They're related to the mad Baggins. Oh, they're from Hobbiton.
That means we're rich! Party on!
Oh, and people just start slowly moving away from you and moving the party away from you.
Well, have we got a seat?
There is a seat, but people are looking at you disapprovingly, and the barman is kind of looking at you and looking at the door and looking at you and looking at the door.
We go. Well, I believe we've outstayed our welcome here. Unfortunately, even my best singing won't help now, and we'll lead off, I think.
I'll turn around to Gimble. Well, Mr. Gimble, I will tell you, it was not pleasant being in your place. I will say that, and I'm being truthful.
At least I'm not wearing a duck on my head and pretending I'm a hen.
Actually, sir, a coot. Our friend isn't very good at hunting.
And at least I don't smell. Well, actually, no, I'll change that. At least I don't smell like a dead duck.
Yeah.
You see Lobelia being very sad. Taking off the crown and then like slowly going out, looking quite sad. Because it was a very nice thing you guys did.
Adly done, Gimble. Adly done, I'll say. And we'll head out. The worst thing you can say to someone.
Don't let the duck hit you on the way out.
I don't know if you noticed. You're either very unkind or not very smart, but you just made a girl cry. I hope you learned from this experience.
My mum always told me I'd make the girls cry.
That's nothing to be proud of.
Well,
You're harming the people around you. And take my advice to your heart. It's not too late to change. This beer, I'm not gonna pay, but drink. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I just love this idea. It's just like surrounded by empty plates of food. It's like, well, I'm done here.
And this food was terrible.
This was terrible.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for any of the food anyway. I saw you eating everybody else's and drinking everybody else's, so it's already been paid for. I don't really care.
Like, then we keep trying to leave, and then it's just like, but actually...
No, but I've still got things to say to you.
Yeah.
This was mediocre at best. And then I leave.
Wouldn't even come back for second breakfast here. Yeah, I said it.
You know, Mr. Gimble, I think that they all said it best. But I would say that we hobbits are known for our love of parties and accepting, even of the strange and unusual. And what you just did, sir, reminded me much more of a dwarf than a hobbit.
Yes.
And I will just turn and walk out.
Yeah. Too much of the human in this one. Let's. We'll all walk out together with our heads held high as friends.
Yes.
Take that, Mr. Gimble. We'll go.
Oh,
I liked your hat, Lobelia.
You know what, Lobelia? You looked really lovely. And anyone who thinks that just because you're related to cousin Baggins, that you are not as good a person, they clearly don't know you. Because you is a fine hobbit.
So when I own back
have we just turned this into an entire thing about
it?
it's all about the friends you make along the way kind of adventure?
It's Lord of the Rings.
You being like Lord of the Rings.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
I was going to say, I was about to say, oh, thank you, everyone. And then hearing Drogo say, when I own Baggin.
You'll be welcome to stay.
I mean, it wasn't even like it was my real hen do or anything, which obviously I have planned. And it was just all a ruse anyway, so it's totally fine. And I will...
Well, you can keep the hat.
I feel really mean about this, so I'm so sorry, Paladin. I chuck the hat into, like, the water bucket where it sings outside the thing. Look, it's okay. What now?
It is evening time now, just to let you know, and it is kind of getting to the point where the sun is setting. You may need to find somewhere to stay.
Yes. Do we have any...
Not this place.
No. Do we have any expedition equipment at all? In terms of tents or anything? No. Ooh.
I have in my travelling gear an exquisite umbrella and a plate in brackets, not the finest.
Oh, okay. I've got a fine hat and cloak, so I could sleep if it's a warm night out. I could sleep under the stars in cloaks and stuff. They do that a lot in Lord of the Rings. We could find a stables or something. There's another big book about that. Go find a stable to sleep in.
Might have a donkey or
but
two
I'm
in
guessing this is the only inn in town. That's difficult to say, isn't it?
Oh, so we've really scuppered this.
No, he scuppered it. He's a prick.
Yeah, we
Joe
did nothing
didn't say
wrong.
that.
We were lovely.
Yeah.
We brought
Scum and
life
party.
and happiness and good things to that.
it. They had fun until they realised that you were somehow connected to Mad Bagginses.
I would be up for either sleeping under the stars or a stable, whatever's easiest.
Let's sleep under the stars like we used to do.
Now it's getting to become a real adventure.
Exactly. Like, just like cousin Bilbo.
Yeah, also
We're
like
going to be
that.
related to him. We might as well do the same things as him.
Plus, we can always just steal some potatoes from that,
There is a farm nearby. You do see a farm, yeah.
Oh, no.
Which
I
has a
want to steal
stable.
it from his room because he's a real rum scrumper.
Yeah, we'll steal our breakfast from him in the morning.
Raw potatoes.
No, we're going to bake them.
With what?
Potatoes.
I think I'm capable of putting together a wee fire for us wherever we end up deciding to sleep. And if we put the potatoes under the ground that we make the fire on, they'll be good and ready by the time it dies down.
I see. Okay, well. Cool.
I could really use some potatoes now.
Well, go on then. Let's go get some.
He's there, like, mutton chops, like, all the thing in the beard.
Having found somewhere to set up, then I'll sneak back to get some potatoes and stuff.
What is really entertaining about Paladin is you've got this image that he's just completely always eating everything, so therefore he might be the size of a house. No, he's a really skinny young hobbit.
Yeah, he's an irritating person that constantly eats, but he's a super skinny.
Incredible metabolism.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you could get this idea.
I'm picturing Pie Face from the Beano, actually.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
So as you go off to try and find somewhere nice to camp under the stars, you head a little bit south of the town, off the road, and you see a nice tree by the side of the road, which is also near a farm. And you kind of settle down. You kind of get a little bit of wood ready for a fire, and Esmeralda has the conversation with Paladin about potatoes.
Potatoes.
And in the field close to where you are, there is a farmer who kind of perks up and sees you there, and he's like, waves at you. He's like, "Oh, hello. I don't mean to trouble you, but do you intend on well, I don't know why this farmer's really posh. Do you intend on sleeping under the stars for some reason? I've got a perfectly good stable thing. What's it called?
Barn?
Barn? That'll be the one. A stable? No, it says stables
It's
here.
a monster. You're not a real farmer.
The head to toe in black and riding a big black horse.
I was about to go for it. Say
Little hobbits.
well, not a treacle man.
A treacle, man.
Molasses man. So he just like has the vague shape of a human, but is made out of black molasses and speaks like that.
Ooh.
Which, if no one has read that book, really recommend. It's fantastic.
Ooh.
Sounds horrible.
Anyway, rewind. Hello, farmer.
A farmer who knows what they're talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, yes. No, I have. This is the. I have a wonderful stable. It's got really soft hay in there as well. If you would like to sleep on that, rather than the hard ground. Yes, it's much better. You can camp out here as well if you want to, but it's probably. I don't know. Well, we had with the rain from a couple of days ago, the ground is probably quite
That
damp.
will be a bit wet, won't it?
It'll be a bit wet, and then you never know. It might rain during the night. I've got a really strange accent now. I don't quite know where it's gone.
You sound like you're slowly becoming more and more like a wizard.
Well, I do turn up when I mean to turn up. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure we'll take your offer. It's very kind of you.
There is one slight problem with the stable. No, it's nothing bad. I keep my oh, sorry. My name is Bilbo Bunce. I am Bilbo Bunce, the farmer, and yes. Well, anyway, enough of the pleasantries there. I have a wonderful donkey by the name of Gertrude. She's my pride and joy, and she lives in the stable. But there's a huge and menacing and scary animal that is torturing Gertrude on a nightly basis. The owl is just tooting and twitting all night long and just distressing Gertrude all the time. If you could get rid of the owl, then I'm sure Gertrude would be happy to let you sleep in her stables with her.
Lobelia, I think you're about to get a new hat. Would you happen to have a bow, my dear?
Oh no,
friend?
I don't want you to kill it. Why would I want you to kill the animal? Just scare it away or something. Just make it go away.
The owl will keep his mice and rats down. You don't want to be getting rid of it forever.
Oh no! I just don't want it to disturb Gertrude anymore. Gertrude's getting bags under her eyes. She's looking very tired.
I think it would make a rather fine trophy, actually. Okay, fine.
Of course, Father Bunce. We will go and investigate if that will be helpful for you. Obviously, our team here is very qualified. You should have seen the party that we had back at the Waymeet Inn.
It was wild.
It was.
I did hear some singing. It sounded like a good knees up. I'm a bit old now for all that kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure there were two other farmers there as well. A Boggus and Bean. Do you know
Yeah,
this?
Boggus and Bean.
Are they from the next shire over?
Well,
Yeah, one was rather large, one was rather svelte.
Yeah.
One was one was very lean. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably horrid.
It's hurting my voice doing this. Yes. They were there. Oh well, no. That's a different story for a different time, I feel.
I think it involves a fox.
We don't talk about the fox. That brings a tear to my eye. And do not mention the fox around Gertrude. She backs away at this kind of conversation. I don't know, it's a bit strange. But yes, anyway, if you do, I've got some blankets as well that I can lend you for sleeping, and I'll bring some food down for you, because I imagine with the party going on, you're not going to get much food in the walking in thing, whatever it's called, the pub, that place. And there's a load of pipeweed merchants up there as well, and they just kind of, you know how it is when people have all the pipeweed. So yes, if you go into the barn and get yourself all settled and get rid of the owl, I'll bring you down some food and what do you call them, blankets, and yes.
Sounds good. I can imagine like Paladins' like eyes have gone at this idea of even more food. So
Very happy talk.
So already like wandering off. So yeah, I guess we'll go to the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a very stupid question, and this is more my ignorance of me. Are donkeys bigger than hobbits in this world?
I think Bilbo rides on one.
Yeah. Yes.
They'd be the size.
Yeah.
They'd
So
be
they're
the
like-
equivalent to a horse size, I think, for a human.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty hefty, right?
Because they have to get him a pony or something. They don't have a pony for him, so he has a donkey or something like that, doesn't he? That's the
Yeah.
Well, because donkeys, as we all know, are just old horses. Yeah, it's a smaller horse, so yeah, it's bigger than a hobbit.
Cool. All right. I don't know why. I don't even know why I've said that, because I'm just like, they're not like super tiny, like to normal humans. But I'm
well,
just like,
Shetland ponies are tiny, so it would make sense.
I
that
guess
it could be.
I guess because I'm thinking of, again, this is how old I am. It's like, you know, Blackpool Beach, we had donkey rides and stuff for kids. That's why I was like, wait, how tall are they? anyway, that's Fiona's silly question of the stream. So.
Just the one.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah. How tall are donkeys? The one of the stream.
And as you walk into the barn, you find out this answer as to how tall the donkey is, and it is big. It is a large donkey. It's a very tired, old-looking donkey as well. Gertrude, no reins or anything, just allowed to free rein throughout the barn, so could probably walk away from the owl if it wanted to. But yeah, the barn is it's quite large. There are a few stalls in there. There's a mezzanine area. It's a little bit of a posh barn.
Top bunk. Scrabble the stairs.
And in the top of it, it's got the wooden rafters, and on the rafters at the back end, there is a rather large, surprisingly, barn owl. Because it's a barn, so there's a barn owl in a barn.
What did they call them before we invented barns?
Indoor
Cave
owls.
Who knows?
So it's there already. So
It's there already,
wait.
and as you walk in, it watches you in that kind of knowing way that birds do.
It's the Peter Jackson
owls.
close up on the eyes.
Yes.
In slow motion, CGI'd.
Could have been worse. It could have been the J.J. Abrams one. We would have been blinded by
Lens
the glare.
flare, like
The
As
moonlight
the
hitting
camera
the
zooms in
bird's
onto the owl's
eye.
eye, you just lens flares at you. And a grunt comes out of Gertrude's mouth.
Right. Have we got any rocks? Anyone got a rock or some kind of umbrella to scare this owl off?
I do have an umbrella, but I see it as a last resort. I don't wish to hurt and exacerbate the situation anymore. So maybe a rock or I don't know, Paladin, Esmeralda.
A cheap plate would be useful to throw, frisbee-like.
Well, it's a shame that no one has one of those.
No, Chekhov's plate.
Bilbo's plate.
Crossing the streams.
Magic. Just magic.
Well, we could climb up there and befriend the owl.
I don't see why not. It's a fine idea, that is, brother.
Great. If you could please hold this.
Oh God. Here we go.
Oh, no, how much food did you take from the pub?
I can't believe Paladin drowned in a barn.
It was such a weird twist that none of us saw coming.
What a twist! Oh man. When later projects happen and we're dealing with
Tom trying to do anything, he's just always going to drown now, isn't he?
no, but paladins may always drown now, just out of memory of Paladin.
Whenever, if we ever do a proper D&D game on here, everyone plays a paladin, and at the end of the game, the entire thing just gets tsunami comes through and kills everybody in memory of Paladin 2.
We just walk across a stream, and then you just, I can't swim.
Heavy armor, 6 inches of water.
Tell you what, I'll challenge you. I'll run June, and we'll see if we can get a paladin to drown.
Yes.
Not one drop of water on Arrakis, except for that bit.
Except for that bit when that's a paladin face down in it.
There's a reason no one can drink that bit. It's the dead body that's left in it.
What's Paladin doing?
Yeah, sorry. What
Paladin's going to climb up a wall and drown.
No, that would be stupid. So I'm unloading all the unnecessary stuff I'm carrying.
You do have like 6 bags in the image of Paladin as well.
Yeah, and of course, please take care about for my lucky chocolates. And then,
do you notice that the lucky chocolate bag seems to be slightly lighter than it was when you gave it to Esmeralda when you were going to cross the river?
maybe, but I probably ate them.
He doesn't remember.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. I know you would think that's not possible, but sometimes stuff gets eaten, and I just don't notice. It's crazy. So out of character. So
What weed had you been smoking?
I was not smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm gonna climb this wooden beam up into the rafters and befriend this owl.
Right.
Completely drunk. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I'll do it.
I will do it.
I'll make a friend with him.
Yes.
So, this is technically 2 rolls. So there's technically an athletics roll to climb, and it's a courtesy roll to make friends with the owl.
Oh my
What
god.
I'm going to do, though, because I don't really want you to fall to your death, is I'm just going to make it a courtesy roll.
Yes.
Because
That's what we
you'll be able
want.
to go up to the mezzanine level, the top bunk, and the owl will just kind of stare at you, and you can talk to the owl from the mezzanine bunk.
It takes him a long time to get up there. Like he's like, maybe he takes a couple of steps, rungs up, and then it's like, whoa, down, and up. And then eventually it's like,
And I'd be really surprised if you fail this bloody courtesy roll. Spend some hope, and if you do fail it, it'll be I will just laugh so hard.
Prepare your
You've got
belly.
a target number of 11.
come on.
Yes.
So Took, who cannot succeed a roll.
Come on, Took.
The D12 is on an edge. May I re-roll it?
Do you not have a pip in courtesy itself? Do you not have the advantage pip?
No, I don't.
It's not that courteous. He eats all the food.
He weirdly has a pip in athletics, but only 1 point of skill in athletics.
So I got a 5 and 3, which makes 8, and then I got 2 6s.
Hey! So that's an additional thing for you then, because you can spend one of them.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Make friends with haste.
Yeah, so you can gain insight. Or you can make haste.
No.
Or you can do
The
it
insight of the
quietly.
owl.
You can do this
Nope.
quietly. You can widen the sphere of influence and make friends with both the owl and the donkey.
No.
What are you going to do?
I just take the insight. I gonna learn everything about this owl. So I get up there, sit close to the owl on another beam, and then from beneath my shirt, I pull up a string with a very tiny bag attached to it. And then I'm gonna whisper to the owl, "Shh,
Toot.
don't let the others know. I've got a secret dried age meat bag.
Ooh.
And you're in for a very special treat. But nobody else may learn about this."
The owl looks at you and almost as if it understands, nods its head and walks over to you.
So, trying to hide this, I emptied the bag into my hand and then reach out for the owl to pick a tiny piece of dried meat.
Just one.
Just one. It's not that much, but have one.
The owl looks at you, looks at the meat in your hand, looks back at you and goes, "Toot." And it slowly goes down towards your hand, but is looking at you as it's doing it, making sure that you are not maybe playing a trick on it.
No.
And then as its
Totally
head gets
not.
quite close, it snaps very, very quickly, takes the meat out of your hand and up and eats it. And you don't feel a thing.
Great. Awesome.
Um,
So, Mr. or Mrs. Owl,
it does that weird thing where it nearly turns its head completely
Oh.
upside down.
okay, dear wonderful person owl, my name is Paladin. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It hoots at you. Toot. As if it's kind of saying, "Nice to meet you too." Toot, 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 toot.
Banger.
And
Rings out.
then I'm gonna start a long conversation between me and the owl, talking about all kind of stuff, like
That's
what are
good.
you up to?
The rest of us come down with the goat. While you do that, you can keep it occupied through the night.
Yeah. I'm yeah.
The owl is sat there quite happily, but nodding along and having this conversation with Paladin, and it's almost like they're both understanding each other as it's going along. And you three just at the bottom are watching this, and the owl is hooting randomly at Paladin, and you've got no fucking idea what's going on.
I guess if before Drogo says, "Oh, we should probably bed down," I go, "Drogo, now is your chance. Quick, hit it with the bow."
Didn't give me one. Hit it with your plate.
I don't have a plate, cousin.
I'm Drogo. The first opportunity is going to start bedding down though, and
Yeah, I think if I see Drogo, it's like, "Oh, it's fine," and then we'll bed down.
I think in order to make sure like this donkey is not tied and stuff, Esmeralda will take a little bit of her shawl, like tear off a small section of it, and just stuff it into the donkey's ears. So that even though the owl is hooting away and having a nice conversation, it's not keeping the donkey up.
yeah.
Oh, it's not a loud hooting. It's not like being annoying. It's just like
Aggressive
they're having it's like they're having a hushed conversation.
Yeah.
But I
Cute.
think that's adorable though.
Yeah,
So
should wrap it round its head like a babushka or something.
Babushka donkey.
Babushka, aye aye.
Right.
Yep, and so for the rest of the evening, it passes uneventfully. You just occasionally hear a little bit of a giggle coming from above you as Paladin has this conversation with an owl all night.
He's having a real hoot.
Leave
Come on.
Zoom call. Leave
Come
meeting. Leave
on.
meeting.
And we will end the game there.
Yeah. And then Sauron wins.
Yeah, that's Sauron wins. The pun die has rolled.
Cool. So, yeah, and in the morning, what was his name? Baldo Bunce comes back down. I didn't hear the owl last night. I assume you got rid of it. It was Gertrude. What the fuck have you done to Gertrude? Poor girl.
She's fabulous. You'll not speak ill of her. Look at her. She's beautiful.
Oh,
Don't
it does
you-
look like
don't-
she's had a good rest. I've now gone like West Country.
We've pimped your ass.
I don't know what any of that means, but she does look fabulous,
It's
and
a
she looks
tween
well
thing.
rested, so I
Tween.
appreciate it. I don't have any pimples on my ass, I'll have you know, though. I'm a clean hobbit.
She slept well.
She
That's
slept
the
well.
important thing.
So thank you, Fun Bunce. We
Think you'll-
appreciate you.
You'll find the owl a lot more personable these days. Our friend had a good chat with them.
Oh, very, very good, yes. Well, I've got a little bit of food here for you for the morning, but yes, I do need you to obviously clear out quickly because I've got my work to do, so I'll need to be in the barn and things. I'm sure you've got your own things that you need to be doing as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? We're off on a
Don't
great
ask us what-
adventure.
Yes.
I love the idea that as we've been talking, like Paladin is still asleep with the owl like on
Yeah.
top, like like that,
100%.
huddled up.
Cuddled
Yeah.
up.
snuggled up. Like buddies.
Yeah, Paladin, you can now write on your character sheet that you have a pet owl.
Oh!
Does it go under war gear?
Yeah.
Ooh,
To be
yeah.
fair, those giant eagles were
mm.
utterly effective.
It's not a giant eagle. This
It's a
thing,
tiny owl.
Barn owl.
It's a barn owl. If any rats start to attack you, it would be very useful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good stuff.
And we're making more friends along the way.
Yeah.
It truly is a Lord of the Rings roleplay.
Yeah.
It is.
Nothing
He's
bad
our
will
Bilbo
ever
Pony,
happen
but
in
he's
this.
an owl.
Yes, that is true. Hornbill.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens in Lord of the Rings. It's all fine.
Yes.
So,
All right,
okay,
let's go rob this
To be
place.
fair, nothing
Yeah.
bad ever happens to a nothing bad ever happens to a toque.
Yeah, that's true.
We
Yeah,
just bumble on through the whole thing.
you do nearly get eaten by a load of orcs.
I think some
Really?
dukes are killed in the Scouring of the Shire, actually. Not Peregrine, obviously, but I think some are killed in the Scouring of the Shire.
Yeah.
Fights been down there.
Anyway,
Not real.
so
let's,
that's
let's
that's
have this
future tooks. Doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about
Yes.
these
Yeah.
tooks.
Yes, that's true.
So you do leave the barn and you make your way west along the you make your way west along the east road.
We go west.
Go west where the weather is, or whatever it is. I don't know. Go west where the Michael Delvin is. Go west to steal some Mathoms. No. Anyway, I'm going to stop singing now because that's really bad. So I've got some more text for you for me to read to you, not for you to read to me because you can't see it.
Yeah, we'll read.
So
Isn't one of us an improv?
Yes, and
you pass the spot where a southward path leads off from the main course of the East Road, just as the sun sets and the first stars begin to reveal themselves. It's taken you a day to get from I forgot to send you the map because this is actually quite a long walk from Waymeet to Michael Delvin. Yes, ahead of you, you get a good look at Michael Delvin upon the White Downs. Quite a bit larger than Hobbiton. It is tightly packed. It is a tightly packed collection of homes built of wood, brick, and stone, and the occasional hobbit hole. But as the last of its people go about their evening business, your eyes cannot help but be drawn to the massive smale to one side of the great cobblestone thoroughfare running through the centre of the town. The town hall and the seat of the mayor of the shire. But more important to your business is what lies to the south of the town hall, on an adjacent hillock, not quite so tall and green. It is a large wooden building with a great red round door. I've now just lost my place. That is connected to the main road by the way of a small stone path. This is the Mathom House, the museum of the Shire, and your destination. As candles flicker to life behind windows and hobbit folk settle in for the evening, you notice a handful of hobbits carrying stout cudgels and tiny lanterns strolling about. Bounders, undoubtedly, making their usual rounds. Best to avoid them, though, lest your mischief be discovered and thwarted. So yes, little bit of backstory here for those of you who are unaware of the Shire and places. The town of Michael Delvin, nearly turned into the Melvins there, is technically the capital of the Shire. So it's the main city or main town within the Shire. You do have the mayor there, and it does have a weird small police force. And you have turned up on a Sunday evening, so everybody's at home not doing much. And so there are bounders around, and there is a sheriff around as well that may or may not turn up, depending upon your activities. It is very much a quieter town than Waymeet. There is no party atmosphere because it's more of an administrative town, shall we say, than a business town.
Okay. Fair enough.
And it is dark now, but the bounders are around, and you have to travel through the town to get to the Mathom House.
I think we should make our way through as quietly but at speed as much as we can, because this is the perfect time to get there, really, if night is falling. So I think it's sticking into the back alleys to get there.
I'm inclined to agree. Even better if we can go past the butchers.
Sure.
Lead the way then. I'm sure I can be quiet when I choose to be.
I was honestly expecting you to just continue that every time you thought you're about to be quiet, which is right about now, at my own leisure, as you understand.
For you see,
I think we're about to find out what Paladin's best skill is.
Sleeping.
Owl rearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, if Paladin fails this roll, we know exactly what's going to happen. So if you are trying to move through Michael Delvin.
Michael Delvin. Call it the Delving.
Yeah, Delvin.
Well, no, because there's Little Delving as well. So there's
Delving's really far up, though.
There's
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it Mitchell.
Mitch.
Um,
So, stealth rolls you need for
yes, stealth rolls, please.
So I get a great success. But I can't spend my 6 because I only have 3 points over my target number.
I'm putting hope in this, and I've got 3 dots already. So let's.
I just succeed. Oh.
Yes. Oh, I succeeded, and I got a good success, like a
Great.
6 to spend. Is how it is.
You've got
Great
a 6 to
success.
spend, so
Great success.
cool.
Great.
I
Paladin,
summoned a wizard.
Get down!
Got a 6. So I got the Gandalf rune and I got a 6.
Nice.
Hey,
Leonardi
you
themselves
literally
couldn't
got all
help
the
us.
success.
Yeah.
The
Can I
owl,
s-
the owl has rubbed off on you and given you its really soft feathers, and you are just creeping around.
Can I suggest to people that that got those extra 6s that we spend it for expanding the success of this, which is we go past the butcher's shop.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued as to why we're going past a butcher's shop.
I would really like to pick up some of the bones and stuff that they will have thrown out at the end of the day because it's a Sunday. Because we know there's a dog there. Because Baggins told us.
Oh, this is great.
Good thinking.
Mhm.
Excellent
That's
thinking.
why Esmeralda is the journalist. You write stuff down.
Excellent thinking. Yes. Love it.
I will say yes. You managed to, because I don't know how many 6s. I think there's 2 6s in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One to find
got
it,
one.
one to you've got one, and
That one.
Tom's got
I did.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Which would be one to find it and one to get the item we need, which is bones and stuff from.
Whistle.
Yeah,
from
there's enough bones, and there's enough that have got some marrow still left in them. There's also a lot that have been boiled for like making stock and soup and stuff.
Oh,
But there's a few there's a
safe
few
ones to give
fresh
to the dog.
ones there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
about that,
unfortunately
it's
for
like-
Paladin, there is no food around. You can't get into the butchers to have anything.
I'm just too tired to eat.
Stuff for the,
I'm
stuff for the owl.
sleepwalking.
Yeah, the owl's like, woohoo.
I've just got a picture now. Whenever Paladin wants a nap, it's just the owl with its wings over Paladin's head.
Sleep now.
Yeah.
As you are at the butchers though, and getting these bones, a bounder does walk past you closely, and you have to freeze and hide and meld into the shadows. And you do manage to do it, but it was a little bit close. It appeared to be kind of a youngish female hobbit that was walking past, whistling, swinging their cudgel around, just having a nice little stroll in the evening. So yeah, so you do get your bones, and you move off towards the Mathom house. It is quite large. It's probably one of the largest buildings that you have seen that is not a pub, or the mayor's house, the town hall, or the town hole as it is called. There are lights on there are candles lit in all the windows, but doesn't seem to be as if there are any shadows or anything moving around. I think it's just light on in there to keep it lit. There is a large red door in the front that you can see, and there is no smoke coming out of the chimneys that are on top.
Okay.
Around it as well,
No
it's quite a
smoke.
large ground where it's set, so you could wander around it and have a look around as well. So
There's no smoke coming from the chimney.
Nope.
Who's the thinnest of us?
Me?
Paladin, I would guess, actually.
Paladin's the thinnest.
Because
of us.
He's a young lad, isn't he? He's
he's fit for
metabolic
those
rate.
bars. Yeah.
He's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
Right, Paladin.
If you look, I'm literally going by looking at the pictures. Paladin is the
I like the
You
idea
two
that-
choose. You two choose who's the smallest
I
of you,
think-
because whoever loses is going down the chimney.
so you've
Paladin
instantly
is-
decided to throw people down the chimney without looking at anything else. I like this. You have turned
No,
hobbits into
just-
Santa Claus.
That's my idea.
I think, yeah, like Lobelia and Esmeralda, obviously our skirts, we can't get through the gate.
Yep.
So it has to be.
So I do want to point out that you just called yourself Libido.
I know. It's a Friday night. I'm tired. So
Have you met my daughter, Lobelia?
Libido, she's getting married soon. That libido will soon change.
have Have you met her sister, Chlamydia?
There we go. I'm glad someone got the reference.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Right. Paladin, please lead the way. Yep.
Big bones with you.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Great, I gonna up there and then down the chimney. Great, good. All right.
Some bones with you.
Yeah, take some bones. Mhm.
Yeah.
Once you're in, unlock the door and we'll come and help.
Try do that first. Don't forget. Don't. No, I'll get very close to Paladin. Don't get distracted.
From what?
From opening the big red door.
Big red door.
Big red door.
Opening.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, gonna do that. I'm gonna try to stealth up my way up there, not to be seen.
It's also,
Use
just
a
as
lot
a point,
of hope.
it's a building, not a hobbit hole.
Yeah, it's
You will
massive.
need to climb the building.
Yeah,
I-
good at that.
I understood that.
Tom, the player, understood.
No, I'm just making sure everybody. I'm just making.
I understand this.
Not all hobbits live in hobbit holes like Hobbiton, where it's all underground. There are houses and things, just to,
Yeah,
for people who are unaware.
Paladin is gonna climb or stealth or
We'll say because of the level of successes everybody got, you're still stealthing,
No.
just to keep the number of rolls down.
great. Then I'm gonna spend some more hope.
Hope.
That gives me at least 2d6.
2d6, 2d12. May the odds forever be in your favour.
We hope that
I
you
love
succeed.
Harry Potter.
Ian McKellen was great in that film.
So, tell me what's going wrong.
Oh no, what's wrong with you?
Did you
Get
how
new
badly
dice.
did you fail?
Well, all dice counted together, it would be 10 under 15.
So you are sleepy. It's past your bedtime. You've usually had a good feed and put your feet up. Have your pie and pie. Your pie and your pipe. There we go.
I pint and pint.
With probably a pint as well.
Yeah.
A pie, pipe, and a pint. Pee, pee, pee.
Usually I would be drinking right now. You're right.
And so unfortunately you're still kind of groggy and sleepy. And you make it. You walk around and you see a nice kind of drain pipe that you can climb up, and you think, oh yeah, I can climb up that. I'll be fine. You get about halfway up, and you can feel a yawn coming, and you're trying to stifle it, but it's just taken hold, and you just yawn, and you just forget yourself, and you let go and put your hand in front of your mouth to cover the yawn, and you slip, and you fall off the building, and land heavily in a tumbled mess at the bottom of the pipe into a pack of a small bush.
Falls on the owl.
And
We don't-
no, the owl just kind of is landed on a ledge and is staring with that stupid, weird neck twist thing that they do at you. But you, because of the fall, you lose 5 endurance.
Ooh.
Great. My neck is in the same position as the owl's.
It's been teaching you well. How much endurance does Paladin have? You've got loads, 23. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think I got the door open. I retry. And then I'm about to climb up back again.
Can I
I'll-
make a healing roll before he does?
Don't stop me, just heal me. What?
As a cousin.
Healing is a long-term thing.
Okay, right.
Cousin Drogo, maybe we see if there's like a window that's on a latch or something rather than the chimney.
Okay. Just a fan of a chimney.
Aren't we all? Right. I will squeeze myself through the bars. Yes, and then I'll look for a window or like or something that see if there's a latch to see if I can. No, I won't use the umbrella yet. Chekhov's umbrella, right?
Are you specifically just looking at windows, or
Yes. Yeah.
None of the windows
Come
are
on,
open?
when the GM says that, no, I'm looking at everything.
No. Fine, I'll look at everything. Sky, ground, xenomorph.
Yes, you realise that as you walk around and you kind of come back to the front and you look at the front door, you can see light through the front door, and you realise the front door is not fully closed.
Oh, great.
And that
it
could be opened quite easily.
Yeah. I said, I believe I found a way in.
Oh, good work, Lobelia.
Yes. No. It's totally fine. Look, I just managed to. Yeah. Don't worry. Come. And I sort of go. And what I'll do actually before I go, I'll leave my umbrella so it looks like I've opened it with my umbrella.
Nice. Always managing to get into other people's business.
I wish Otho was here. Otho was just like dead on the ground somewhere.
Cuts back and Bilbo's hiding Otho's body under a blanket or something.
No, it's weekend at burning it.
Yeah,
We've got to get them back. That section of the book was left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Gonna cut back at the end. It's like fucking apocalypse now. They're like broken.
Tolkien was like, I think it's a bit dark.
Yeah.
That was a bad day. I'll leave that for another time.
We do not talk about the elven stripper's death. This is probably for the best of things.
So, we go into the house.
With bones.
Yeah.
As
Bones.
As you enter into the Mathom house, you enter into a grand, high-ceilinged hallway or entrance room, whatever you want to call it. And there are there's rooms heading off to each of them. At the back, there's a staircase that leads upwards. In the centre of the room, there is a pedestal with a glass dome on top of it, and above that there is a skylight with light. The moonlight is shining down, and it's almost glinting off this pedestal in the middle of the room. It's like someone tried to do some architectural nice things with it, but it all kind of went a bit wrong because of the angle of the moon. It's just the wrong time to do it. But you think that at the right time it would have been quite a spectacular sight, and something shiny glints within it. And as you can kind of glance through the doorways and see into the other rooms, you notice shelves of books and display cabinets of all sorts of things. It's very much like a what you have heard museums look like.
Lovely.
And in the far corner of this room, there is a table, like a writing desk table thing, and underneath it, there's a shape which you can hear strange little muttering noises coming from. As if something is asleep underneath it. A small animal might be asleep.
There's our dog.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is there any sign of the map anywhere that we can see?
Yes. Can we? Is it in this room?
Not instantaneously obvious. No, you are going to have to.
No, it's not up on a wall or anything.
No.
Okay. Right. We either get the jump on the dog and feed it immediately, not let it discover us.
That was my thought.
Do you reckon we do that? Kind of be a bit like, hello. Yeah, let's do that.
My thought was, if I go for the courtesy roll now to keep the dog distracted, you three go off to find the Baggins thing.
Yeah.
I can keep the dog distracted and not waking up and starting barking at some point. And then I can also act as a lookout on the door to make sure that no one comes in. Because if anyone does come in, I can then take the dog and come up to find you. So, by trail leading it food, and that way we've got a little bit of a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
sounds good.
A decent plan.
Yep.
Do we need a code word or anything?
Baggins.
Baggins, of course. Fucking Baggins.
Swearing, Lobelia.
Or I'm pretty sure the Uncle Bilbo mentioned something about filthy hobbitses. That could work.
Filthy hobbitses.
Yeah, precious. We'll shout precious.
Precious.
Precious really loudly.
Yeah.
Keep it secret.
So is
Keep
this
it
a code
safe.
word to say that we've got?
I don't know. I don't know if I've
precious?
got a code word. Code word for-
I'll be honest with you.
I will go for filthy hobbitses
Right.
if someone's coming in, because
Okay.
that'll carry, because it's nice
Okay.
high pitched sound, and then you can go for Bagginses if you've got it,
Wait.
or Precious,
Oh,
whichever
okay,
one you
wait.
prefer.
Sorry. Just to clarify, are we all having code words for different things?
No, this is
No.
it. They're the only two you need to remember.
Yeah, 2 code words.
No,
If you hear-
you mentioned three now. We've got Bagginses, Filthy Hobbitses, and Precious.
There's no precious. The precious is gone.
Well, I'm.
If the sheriffs turn up, shout, "It's the 5-0" and run.
I'm not sure.
Teasing it.
I'm not sure that this game was inherently written with the amount of puns that we have brought to this game. But I do
Is
want to
any
point out
RPG written in that way, though?
That Free League, you absolutely should hire us to work together to provide this, because this is what Hobbits should be
Doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I would.
Feed that dog.
Yeah, feed the dog.
Feed
Yep.
the dog.
Okay.
Give the
Feed
dog
the
a bone.
Filthy Hobbitses, Baggins, I'll shout Precious. Great.
Yep. So give me a courtesy roll for feeding
Yeah.
giving the dog a bone.
I'm spending
How
hope.
much is that dog
My
in the window?
target number for this is 11. And I'm rolling 3d6, 2d12.
Nice.
So that is a Gandalf rune, so an auto success,
Ooh, fast.
and 2 6s.
Whoa.
You should ride the dog into war.
I actually do believe that there is like the person who invented golf. He rode a war mastiff, didn't he? That was his thing.
He rode a pony.
Was it a pony? Was he big enough to
Roar.
ride a pony? Was
Roar
that
was
it?
big enough that he could ride a pony.
There we go. Yeah.
I do imagine now that we're going to call the dog Sir Didymus, though.
Of course.
Yes.
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 Yes, and.
Yes.
He does have a name, but yeah, you as you move over, you realise the dog is asleep. It is quite soundly asleep. You feel a little bit guilty waking it up, though.
I don't. I'm giving it a bone.
But it looks so peaceful and calm in its little basket. It's got a little bowl of water
stay
next
there.
to it. Its feet are twitching as it's imagining it's running and chasing rabbits around. And on the bowl of water, you see it says fireworks.
Oh,
Is that his name?
name.
Did I
That's
get
a
that
good
right?
name for
No,
it.
firework.
That's a great name.
Firework.
Yeah.
that's
That's
a
a
great
great
name.
name.
Yeah.
And it's
Jim,
a
the
small
most
terrier.
advice
It's a terrier type dog. So for a hobbit, it's what would be a normal maybe what are they called?
Like a Labrador size.
Labrador, yes.
For a
It's
hobbit.
a Labrador size for a hobbit, but it's a small terrier. It's a small yappy type dog. But you go over and as you move over with the bones, you kind of see its nose starts to twitch, and as it kind of picks up the scent of the meat and the marrow in the bone, and it's like,
Hi there, firework.
and it kind of
Oh.
sleepily turns over and kind of.
Oh, who's a boo? Who's a boo? Who's a boo?
And it
Yeah!
it slowly wakes up, and it just like sees the bone in your hand, and its eyes just go from half asleep to, and he just locks
Wing.
onto the bone.
Can you sit?
It does anything you ask it for, and it just stares
Yep.
constantly at the bone.
I've got
And
a couple of
starts to
these.
drool.
So I am training my dog. They might be stealing a Mathom. I'm stealing a dog.
And you're stealing a dog.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's find
Perfect
this.
keeper.
Yeah, let's
Find this map.
Right.
Cool.
Are we
To
splitting
find
up?
the map, you need to. Those people who are looking, you need to make me scan rolls. This is an ongoing look.
Man, ooh.
Scan.
So it won't be
Okay.
just one success you need.
Right. And how much hope can you put into a roll, please?
1.
Always just one. Right, cool.
Always just one.
Okay.
I
Right.
get a Gandalf room and I just pass.
Well, you got a Gandalf room, so you do pass.
Yeah, you also pass on a
Yes,
Gandalf room.
yes. Yeah. Sorry. That is correct.
It just means you get if you roll a Gandalf rune and a 6, you get a free 6.
I
Basically.
understand.
You don't have to use it to catch up.
11's Gandalf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, that and no bonus save, just the Gandalf room.
I'm really depressed we've not had any Eye of Saurons. I say
Yeah.
that, and I've yet to hear from
rolling-
Paladin.
I was rolling 2 of them, and I still didn't get one. So I was,
Ooh.
yeah.
It'll come. It'll come when we least need it.
I was just going to say, Paladin, are you searching for the map?
Totally. You're all searching there. I search here. This is a very searchable corner. Oh, look, they're giant maps. I'm gonna look them very thoroughly through. And then I go to sleep.
The idea that you pull it over you
Yeah.
as a blanket.
The actual
Yes.
map.
Yes.
And we're like, well done, Paladin. Huh?
No, I need this.
What did you roll?
So I rolled a 7 and a 6, and well, that's not enough.
Oh no, it's never enough.
So 13 is not enough for a scan.
Wow.
Oh, because
For
it's on strength, and he's not very strong.
No, it's on wits, and I'm not very smart.
Oh, well, yeah, well, we know that. But yeah, well, you find a map, and yeah, you look at it, and you kind of lie down, and yeah, you do curl up in the map. Drogo and Lobelia, you have searched 2 of the rooms and found
Yes.
nothing. But you are aware that there's only one room left to search now.
Right.
And so
Other
the
than
map
I'm
must
falling
be
asleep
in
in.
that room.
Okay.
So if you want to make me a scan roll
Yes.
1,000%.
and see who
Try that.
finds it.
And obviously going to put in more. I've got
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some points in because I definitely want to get it before Drogo.
I think I've just passed without any.
So I think
Yes.
in the main core rules there are more things you can do with hope.
Right.
Um,
Yes, I've passed with a 13.
Cool.
Nothing special. It was an 8 and a 5.
Gandalf rune and an extra 6.
In that case, Lobelia, you find the map. It's buried in a corner, hidden away, as if someone has actually purposely tried to hide it from people, because they might have known that the mad Baggins has been looking for it.
I think it's been stolen from the Baggins, more importantly. I think the person who's brought it here has done wrong.
Anyway, I'm like, precious, 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 precious. Like,
Oh,
Drogo,
good,
Drogo,
good work,
precious,
Lobelia.
precious.
Right. Roll it up. Put it in your umbrella quickly.
Yes, doing it now.
Yeah. And leave them a plate.
Fine. I pull out
Wait,
from my.
You're leaving a identifiably Baggins
No,
plate.
yeah.
it's
I'm
not the
gonna-
finest.
No,
It's
I'm
not
going
the
to write.
finest.
I'm going to write from compliments with the Baggins. Like a calling card thing. It's like an
I get it
Ocean's
out of
12
I get it out of my
style.
top because I've always, of course, I've had it here somewhere. Like,
With spoons and shit coming
yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
To be fair, to be fair, Bilbo would probably freaking love
Yeah.
that.
And I'm going to get a little Baggins calling card because it is
Yeah.
practically Victorian
I
society. and right.
I pull a string
Yeah.
and then suddenly lots of other things come out. Like,
That's a different game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Give
I'll
me a
write.
plate.
Yeah, I'll write on the little card. Thank you for the loan or something, or
Thank you for
item-
looking
Bilbo
after
Baggins
it.
sends his regards.
Item currently in personal collection, and put it on the plate.
Oh, that's
there.
good. That is really
Amazing.
good.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep, that works
Yeah,
so well.
100%. Gonna let them know.
Excellent. So yeah, you have found the map.
Yeah.
So
Best Hobbits.
best
Best
hobbits.
Hobbits.
But you are still in the museum with the map. and a note that has just been written and left to say that yes, we have stolen it from you.
I better run.
Come find Bilbo if you want it back.
Yeah, go talk to Bilbo, and we can make our escape
Yes,
with
let's
a
go.
dog and an owl.
You remember, Paladin is asleep.
Oh, Paladin, give him a kick on the way out.
Rise and shine, Mr. Paladin. Come on.
Going to get breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, breakfast.
Crumpets.
I love crumpets.
Slept through the night. We're off to breakfast. We're going to find a kebab shop.
Kebab shop.
Kebab shop.
Michael Delving. It's it.
Yeah.
It's the German. It's the German Donna one. It's
Yep. I'm gonna get back onto my feet and sleepwalk in line with the other hobbitses.
I'll definitely use my umbrella to guide you if you're going slightly.
Don't let the map fall out.
yeah, like, all right.
Cool.
Let's go pick up Esmeralda.
So, do you gonna take firework as well?
Yeah.
Firework does not come with you.
Fireworks in the state. Got an owl.
Firework is tempted by all the lovely bones, but Firework knows their place as the dog of the Mathom house. So unfortunately, Firework will not come with you.
Who will
Sad
be
time.
my hound?
Congratulations, us, eh?
Yeah, congratulations to you. So you managed to find somewhere to stay and sleep for the night and make your way back to Bag End. And after your successful recovery of Old Took's map of the Shire and a swift journey home, you're greeted by the green door of Bag End being thrown open like a pop gun to reveal the grinning Bilbo standing on the doorstep, walking stick in hand. You found it! You found it! Wonderful! Simply wonderful! And though eager,
Yes.
Bilbo ushers you in with a hasty wave of his hand. Come on, we'll need to review my grandfather's map quickly tonight if we're to set off on our next adventure. This is remarkable. This find of yours is remarkable and makes me believe I am ready for another adventure.
Oh no.
Oh,
And we end there.
wait.
Oh.
And that is the end
Where's
of...
Otho? You see him coming out of the bathroom, like all cleaned up. He's like, "Oh no!"
He's got a towel wrapped around himself, looking clean and sparkly and happy.
You're back already!
Oh,
Wonderful! it's just got a tattoo that says Bilbo.
Yeah.
A heart with Bilbo.
The mohawk.
yeah.
Brilliant. Great.
So that is a conspiracy, or whatever the name of the thing was called. I've forgotten the name of it.
Conspiracy cracked.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
That
I
is
really
the
like that
first
system.
scenario
Yeah.
within the setting. There, as I say, there are 5. 3 of them linked together as a full story, and there are 2 more that you can throw in there. And if we do want to carry it on, because of what Bilbo just said,
Yeah.
Bilbo becomes a playable character in the next scenario.
We've unlocked Bilbo. Can we have
You've
like a Smash
unlocked
Brothers
Bilbo.
graphic of Bilbo coming into
Yeah,
fight?
cutscene.
Bilbo joins the fray.
But yeah, so that is an RPG of how you have a walking adventure. I think it's
the
like
system's really good. I
really
like
good
that.
system. It's a really wonderful world, really well written. Everyone knows Lord of the Rings, and it's great that you can have a game like this where it is just hobbits going all around and eating food and doing silly things, and then you've
Yeah.
also got the rest of the world in there where you've got your issues with the elves and the dwarves and the humans and the grander wars and things that go on in the world and stuff. And obviously, it's the Lord of the Rings. There is so much fluff and lore in the world that you can just kind of do what you want with it. And I think it does scale as a game as well, quite well with battles and things. And so I think it's a
'cause
really good game.
Like, I know we joked about it being the Hobbit heist, but there is like a kind of a grant how it feels to it. I know we brought that, but it's actually quite nice how it's a little bit more complex mechanic, but then we can do so much stuff with that, and then obviously really lean into the comedy value, but also it is a kind of a serious setting, or kind of like it just feels a lot.
I was playing that entirely straight.
Yeah.
I played that
Yeah, I
entirely
know.
straight that game.
That's the thing. You need to.
Well, if
you
you
need to
play-
have one straight man.
That was my
But
Vampire
even-
Masquerade.
But it's, but it's just it's just very interesting. I've never had an experience like it where it feels like the system it feels not like a level up per se, because it's all very silly and stuff. Like you can easily give this to people like we've done, but then like you said, you can scale it up and have the bigger adventure. But I absolutely love playing a Hobbit. I thought it was great. Yeah,
It's like I know you said it is like the land of Eredor and like the setting of the One Ring. It is a serious world. There's a lot of serious stuff going on it. But the Shire is literally like small humans running around just being small humans and funny and doing and living their everyday life.
Oh yeah, because if you can choose the tone, is it
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion, or the Hobbit? They're all in the same universe.
I am not playing the Silmarillion. Thank you very much.
I fucking love that, punching giant spiders and Balrogs riding.
Yeah,
beasts.
but it's
They're
just-
amazing. But what I mean is, like, the Hobbit is funny. The Hobbit has a joke about them inventing golf by knocking a goblin's head off. You know, like so you can do that's the sort of scale
That
you
may
can do.
or may not appear in one of the.
Aurora story. Yeah, he's the Battle of Gladden Fields, amazing.
That's great. No, yeah. I like that. Like, yeah, you can choose the tone, you can choose how it suits you. If you want to be the Lord of the Rings, then that's fine. But then you could just be the Hobbits, or you could do. Yeah, I love that.
I might
That's
look
such a
into
cool
the
thing.
Silmarillion stuff now. Give it second age.
So this was the starter set. You can pre-order it. You can pre-order the rule book, the core book, and the GM screen. I can't remember what other ones there are, but there will be a book on the Shire. There is actually going to be a full book on the Shire, and there is also, I think, a Rivendell book. Let me just check.
Yeah. I think that is around. I saw that.
So where is it all?
Well, it's stinking now. Yeah, I showed it.
Yeah, so there's the core rule book, the Lawmaster screen, Rivendell, and then the starter set. And in the starter set, you get a section on the Shire and things as well. So
Nice.
it is a very, very well written starter set, and I think it is probably one of the best that I have seen out there. So I do recommend it, and I think everyone else here can recommend it from the amount of comedy that has happened tonight and the pets that we have gained along the way. The hats that we have worn, the different hats that we have had, the parties. So,
Pets and pets.
yeah. And the swimming lesson.
I'm so angry that you had such a perfect way of ending that there, because I actually messaged David about going back and getting the crown, and I was going to plonk it on Lobelia's head and be like, well, I think you'll be needing this again then, Lobelia.
Amazing.
I've only just
Great
seen those
stuff.
messages. Sorry.
Right, I have to go because I've got to watch United
Should
get
we- yeah,
knocked out
should
by
we-
Yeah,
Middlesbrough.
it is like
Yeah.
10:30. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
wrap
very,
up.
very quickly sign off, everybody. And if Rob is going to disappear, Rob's going to disappear, and it's going to mess up my entire OBS. So what we'll do is very, very quickly. We all know who everybody is. Our Twitter handles are on the screen, except Rob because he doesn't exist on Twitter.
No, because Twitter's a cesspool.
So yeah, thank you very much everybody for playing, and we shall see you probably next week for a game of Cult, and then we've got some other things coming up as well. So, but
Like and
listen to
subscribe, smash that button,
yeah,
Smash-
all that
ring
kind of
the
stuff.
bells,
Smash that
the
like
bell.
and subscribe button.
And we shall see
there's
you
another
all.
video up here.
See the other episodes.
Everyone,
linked up-
everyone hold up your hands. There's going to be videos.
Right now.
No, I'm not that good at editing. It's just this. Yeah, follow us all on on Twitter, or Rob, you're on Instagram as Realm of Fire Podcast, aren't you?
Yeah, Wrong Fire Podcast, full underscores.
So yeah,
Covering Mezbeg very soon.
cool. But yeah, as I say, we'll be back here with more games and more silliness. We may delve more into the starter set if everybody wants to, but we'll have that discussion later as Rob has to disappear. So, thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.